IBM on the side of your hat, bro.
Bless, bless,
Oh,
bless. It's the Down
nigga.
to Earth Network, Down to Earth podcast
A
with
big
your
IBM.
host, Sean
Big
Myrie.
Mine on
IBM
Tonight,
this
shit.
side.
we
A
got
big
the
IBM shit.
IBM World
Big IBM
family in the
clip.
house.
You
We got,
already know it.
Draco, and we got Hoodlum, and we're waiting for G
No doubt,
Savage,
fam. Keep going,
If he
man.
Do your
Thank
pops
you.
in, he
thing.
pops
Do
Appreciate
your
that.
in,
thing.
right? Tonight, we're going to get down to earth about something. I'm just going to give people a little description. If you know podcasts online, there's a couple of platforms where I have some popular figures, right? You got
Yeah.
like the
Right.
Joe Buddens, you got the Academics, you got the Adam 22s, the Whack 100s. You got all these people talking about not really just hip hop music. They're talking about street politics and other shit
Right.
Right.
like they're lawyers or prosecutors. It's like they have a degree and shit like that. And
That's funny.
it's mixing up a lot of shit, and it's actually making the law lazy to believe in a lot of these platforms. Like they actually the law system authorities actually listening to them, like Lil Durk. We could go to like Young Thug. We could keep going, right?
The
And
list can
Right.
go
the list goes on, but they can't use when that has been going on. Like even Jay-Z was defending it, saying you can't use lyrics against
against the artist.
against
That's
the
real.
artist. You get what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it's kind of funny now. Like things are changing. I don't know if it's Trump that people could say whatever they want and get away with it, but then they still lock people up or want to lock people up for things what they say on social media.
Right.
It doesn't make no sense. And we're
So
gonna talk about who the elephant in the room is, right?
y- Whack 100. Whack no 100. That's my
I
little
mean,
name
pretty
for him. Whack
much.
no 100. Whack no 100. He's topic of discussion right now. And my boy
Oh yeah,
Hood, topic of discussion right now. Hood, I forgot the platform that you shouted out that we did the repost on, man. What's the name of the gentleman so we give him a little shout out while we on it?
Oh, stand on the media.
Yes, sir. Stand on it media.
Yeah.
Stand
Shout
on it
out, stand on the
media.
media,
I've seen
man.
that.
I
Yeah.
definitely check that out. If anybody ever wants to
Hey,
go check it
great
out and get the
content over
behind
there.
the scene. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Great
check
Great
it out.
content,
content.
man.
Mhm.
He a
Great
good
content.
dude, and he got some authentic work over there, man. So make sure you guys tap in with stand on the media. Great
And that's
dude,
what
man.
we do over here. Authentic work, authentic
Networking.
content. There you go.
Hmm.
Right.
But to get to my point, yeah, my nigga Hood got um some content that was reposted on this gentleman's platform where pretty much you hear the conversation with Wack bringing up some shit that has nothing to do with the homie over here. Now, what I
Right.
have a problem with is I'm gonna let Hood explain everything, how far he want to go with it. But what I have a problem is Wack is getting fed information. He flips information to run a play on it, and then
Right.
he discredits an image of a being. So right now, IBM is about to be the demise of Mr. Wack No Hunter, Crater Face, that
Hmm.
gentleman.
Yeah.
Right.
So Hood, go ahead and take over, baby.
I mean, right about now he's drowning. You know what I mean? He, like I was just saying, he's in desperation mode. They're coming up with anything to try to tear us down, bro. Especially me. I've been pointing out this is a wax playground. This is what he do. It's the internet, and if you got power on the internet and you speak on whack, he gonna definitely try any type of way to come get you, bro. And
Oh
like I said,
damn.
it usually work. It works when you not smart and you don't have no power. You know what I mean?
For real.
He can suck you in and it's over with. But when
See
you
this,
fight back and you can outsmart him, it's a different ball game.
and you know what I see is I see his game, right? I know the game
Right.
because people played those games with us before and back and forth and shit. And he had played that game recently. I want to bring that up later, but he played that game recently with somebody here, so it kind
Right.
of connects to what we're talking about too, right? Because
Hmm.
that's
Right.
what they accuse him of flipping something on them by recording
Mm.
shit. You get what I
Right.
mean? Remember we talked
Right.
about it,
Yeah, yeah,
Draco.
yeah, yeah.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about top five.
how
Top
when you
five. I'm gonna be
how he
straight
be
up.
getting on the phone, he get on the phone with niggas and he
Mhm.
want to sneak record and then later that's what I was remember I had brought up the word blackmail. I
Yeah.
said
Right.
Whack no hundred. He all about blackmail. That's what he do. You thinking you probably having a nice little personal conversation with the homie? He gonna be recording you on the slide. You feel
And
me?
that's
He
what
So
record
it
every
got. Two
conversation.
people. It got two
Every
see,
people.
time you get on the phone
that's
with
a
Wack, he is
problem.
recording you. Now listen, he
That's a
does it in a
problem.
different way, right? So let me explain this to you, right? My homies from my set, they won't talk on the phone to you unless you're talking over FaceTime audio or FaceTime. And the reason
Mm-hmm.
why they do that is because the feds or the police can't tap it and you
Mm,
can't record it. He's gotten so tricky with it to make you believe that. So he'll call you FaceTime audio, so you'll believe like, oh, he not recording the call. But nigga, do you know
mm,
how easy it is? Mind you, Wack has two numbers. He has two phones. I got both of them, right? He blocked one. I got the
That's
other one.
real.
If I wanted to still contact the goofball, I can. It's not hard to be on one phone talking on FaceTime audio on speaker
Mm-hmm.
and taking that other iPhone, hitting that voice memo. Do y'all know how powerful the voice memo is on an
yep.
iPhone? That
Yep.
Yeah,
shit
Yep.
picks
yeah,
up audio incredibly. So all he
yeah.
has to do is sit the motherfucker right next to the phone he's talking to you on and record the whole thing. So he's
Hmm.
not outsmarting nobody. But that's his new mechanism. Oh, if I call you FaceTime audio, there's no way I could be recording you. You see what I'm saying?
That's
It's
real.
bullshit.
Mm.
He records
That's real.
every conversation faithfully, bro. And remember,
That's
So what?
he
crazy.
started recently doing the FaceTime audio because I called him out on the having the app on his phone. He has the app on his phone to when you answer the call, it automatically starts recording. Base the iPhone has the little record thing, but it announces it. If you click that
Yeah.
button, it'll say this call is being recorded. But they do have apps to where you download it. Every time you just answer a call, it automatically starts recording without you knowing. So when he got called out for that by me, because he did it to me and the homie Beaters, now when he would communicate with me before he bumped heads, he would try to call me FaceTime audio to get me to believe, okay, I'm not recording your call. Nah, motherfucker. I know all about you, bro. You record every phone call, dead homies.
And
Every one.
I believe that because this is how I'm gonna dissect it over here. It's good that we have both everybody with their opinions,
Right,
and how you analyze it. Um, what's his purpose? What is WAC 100's purpose? I know that he says he had a contract. I heard something with Adam 22, but
right,
in the world of hip hop, if he's supposed to be, but he's not, hip hop journalism, he's not doing that. So when I ask this question, it's not just him, even academics. What's your real purpose? If most of the time your interest is not actually the culture, it's a different aspect of trying to me incriminate, spotlight, incriminate people to
right,
put in a situation or create some type of story tale, because I don't
right,
see them talking about nothing what has to help the culture really. It's always
right,
something, oh, Meek Mill this, or this guy done this, or oh, yo, this guy has this case, or did you know this, did you know that? It's no one who's most likely respected, right? Respect
right,
whoever went on those platforms, Adam 22 platform before, whatever, or talk to WAP, whatever. But do you notice the respected artists in the culture will never talk to him?
right.
It's only
That's
game.
right.
Respect the game.
I mean,
It's
because
only
what he's
game.
known for, and if you speaking of that, if you notice, game is starting to distance itself. Y'all gotta
I
understand
heard
this,
that.
right? When that footage came out of Draws slapping Whack 100 when he slapped him backstage,
Hmm.
that was at a concert with Game and Kanye. Okay. Um, Remember that concert happened a while ago. You want to know the
Yeah.
only one that has access to that footage because who the headliner, which was Game, that was Game show, and he brought Kanye on there. So the only one that has
Yeah.
access to that footage to release it is the Game. At that time, when they released that footage, that I think Deuce Sims was playing on Active Chucks. They were replaying it over and over and over and over, dissecting it, showing when Wack got slapped when he ran to the front of the stage. Then they
Hmm.
wind up going off the front of the stage to go out of the building with Kanye, whatever the case may be, right? At that time, um, Wack and Jim Jones was back into it. And the video surfaced of Jim Jones being at Gonzalez Park with Wacko and all of that. Then he made a video, tagged Whack 100 in it on Instagram saying, "Hey, you can't come over here. I'm more than welcome in Compton than you are," type shit, right? So what I'm trying to point out is if you go look at Game's Instagram, maybe
Hmm.
like 4 or 5 days after that, Kanye was working on Game's documentary 3
Yeah,
album.
yeah.
There's a song that Kanye produced on there, and it has the Tina Turner sample, and it's like a short snippet video. And in the short snippet video, towards the end, part of the hook, you hear somebody say, what do you say? Well, I can't. He said something in a sense of, he used his phrase "ballin'," and come to find out, Jim Jones is in the video on the track. You see what I'm saying? So that right there is a subliminal to me. That's a shot. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I don't even think his relationship is what it is, what it used to be with Game. You see what I'm saying? Because here it is, you funking with Jim Jones. Jim Jones comes out to Compton, throws shots at you, and then artist does a whole motherfucking music video with him with Kanye the same week. I'm sorry, but I don't think Game fuck with him like that no more. And I'm just being
You're
honest.
you're probably right. Look who he has. He manages
Minister, what to do?
what he manages Blueface.
Yeah, Blueface is one of his artists. Ray J is one of his artists. The Game is one of his artists. He just had he got True Cars, one of his artists. He had Sabi Third for a bit under Cash Money West, but they fell out on some contract shit,
So
bumped
so
heads.
how did he get into this shit? Because he just came out of nowhere to me. Like
So
how I
no,
discovered.
now let's rewind, right? You said, what is his goal? Remember, you said, what
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Whack
What is
100
the
goal?
goal? Yeah.
His goal is to be like one individual, the person that where he came from. Who did he used to drive for? Anybody know that answer?
Was
Who
it
did he
I
used to
thought
Debunking
he used
chauffeur
to drive
for?
for Suge.
Suge?
Suge Knight. That's exactly who Wack trying to be today. He's trying to be Suge Knight, bro. You're not Suge Knight. You can never do what Suge Knight did. He's pretending to be Suge Knight, bro. You used to drive vehicle. You were the one getting smacked over the head. Pull up over here and do it now. That was
Uh,
him. Opening
Yeah,
up the doors and shit for the
Cradle
like. That's
Fade.
what he was doing. You know what I mean? And that's who he's trying to be now. He thinks he's Suge, bro. You're not Suge. That's where he came from. Like his notoriety came from being Suge's
Suge's
chauffeur.
driver. Yeah.
Right.
It's always the
That's
chauffeur.
crazy.
Yep.
That's
And
crazy.
his claim to the blood stuff, because that's where he came out as, like, representing, saying he's the blood. Pyru. He always be promoting, like, pushing that.
Oh, listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know his. I don't really know too much about his gang ties. I don't care about it. To be honest with you, I don't even really care about it. What I care about is the person that he's portraying to be, and that's what I hate. Like
Right.
Wax not being authentic 100% all the way across the board. He goes on no jumper. Now I will say this because I'm a backtrack and then go forward. I was fucking with Wax for a minute. And then I started realizing, my nigga, you really on some bullshit. Like,
Right.
just like when kids grow up and they start looking at their parents and they start noticing, yo, my parents was on some bullshit. That's how I felt with Wag. Like, I
Right.
think I was drawn into a character I thought was him, kind of just putting away some of the BS that people say about the nigga.
Right.
And here it is. I meet Hood, built this great relationship with Hood, and then I'm seeing behind the scenes how Wag really is.
But
Nigga,
the
you a
funny,
bitch.
but the funny
He
thing, before I met you, brothers, my vision of Wack was like, yo, this guy, okay, he has some type of he has connections. This guy knows how to do the online talking, like, to in a way he's swift with it. But I see through the shit, because this, I've been online for a while, and doing the journalism and interviewing people, and just seeing how he is now, and everybody saying, oh, he's a fed, and he's a fed. It- Listen, I'm gonna be straight up. There's something called the hip hop police. It's been around over 30 years. And the definition of the hip hop police doesn't mean that they're actually a police officer. It means that they have relationships all over America when they travel to law enforcement. So when they're there, they're protected. You get what I mean? Like Charleston White's one. He's a proud one, for example. He's scared a whole bunch of people. And
Right.
for some reason, if you notice, Charleston White picks on people a lot, a lot. But one person he has not picked on, is like Whack 100.
No, that's a lie.
I mean,
That's a lie.
We
they went
probably,
at it. They
yeah,
went
yeah,
at it.
Listen,
They
they went
definitely
at
went
bro,
at
it,
it.
but
bro, that's why I made sure I was gonna say to you earlier
okay.
when Hood brought up like some of the behind the scene conversations that they be having on Clubhouse and all that shit.
Mm,
Like, bro, I've reposted that regardless if it's old content or not. I need niggas to understand this. I don't care how old the content is. I don't give a fuck how far back it goes.
mhm,
Right.
This is a piece of work or content, as he would put it, that shows who you are. And it's crazy because you know how long it took me to find that video? It took me like 20 minutes. I had to
mhm,
type in certain words to find that exact video that y'all see on my page right now. I
Right.
couldn't
mhm.
find it, bro. It kept pulling up the Clubhouse version. I don't want the Clubhouse version because the Clubhouse version is the edited version.
Yeah.
I
Right.
want the version that Charleston White got recorded on and
Right.
was going in on this nigga. I
Mhm.
found it, bro. And that's so. What I'm saying is, shit. He might got power to do shit like that. Try to find out who's pumping, what media social groups are pumping it the hardest. Either get them to take the shit down or suppress it in a manner. But he ain't finna suppress nothing we got for him. Not
Right.
at all.
No,
But
no.
yeah, man.
But he is what we call when I seen this guy talk, it's like I seen that he was hip hop police. My opinion. I'm
Right.
gonna be straight up. I said, yo, what we call hip hop police is you don't have to be the police, but you have a relationship with them. You're cool with them. Like if they ask you something, you might you might give them a little tip. You get what I mean? They don't have to know you, but they know that you're famous and shit. So anyone who the hip hop police comes to, it's like they say, we'll protect you. You could have drugs, whoever you're with, we won't bother, even if they have a record, because who's his bodyguards? Does
Right.
he not have bodyguards? Even some of these other people, are they criminals or are they bodyguards? If you have guys who are not uh, like they have records, that just makes you look more guilty, right? So, for example, him, Whack, when he travels, does he travel alone?
Nah, he has a team.
Okay, so is his team all legit? Like, then he doesn't have to
I
worry
mean,
about nothing.
his pretty much his team is just gang members.
Okay.
Pretty much. I mean, I think academics hit it on the nose with who Whack 100 is. What was the dude that he referred to when he was speaking on Whack? It was the one that the feds allowed to be a thug, to put in work like a thug, to do everything to blend in. What was the dude name? And he was the feds the whole time. What was it, y'all? What was the dude name?
I know
He
what
Um,
what?
I know what exact. I know what
Academics hit it over the head,
video
and
you talking
academics was
about.
pretty much telling him that's who you are, and he didn't understand that. Y'all see the video today? They just got into it, bro.
But
No, I didn't
yo,
see it, bro. What
Yeah,
happened?
yo,
yeah. Him
yo,
and Wack
but
got into it, bro.
what do you think about Ack?
Ack and Whack.
Oh, Ack and
Yep.
Whack, man.
Academic, Ack and Wack.
What happened though? I didn't get a chance to see it.
You know,
What was the argument
academics has
over?
been questioning his police work, his police activity, and you got to
See,
understand when you. I always teach my preteen this. I always tell her like, you know, when your daddy asking you something and you react a certain way, that lets me know if you're telling me the truth or not. If
that's
you
real.
ain't doing nothing wrong, you have no reason to be tripping. Okay. And when academics was hitting on certain things, she got that bitch ass nigga. Ooh, dude, the guilty conscience came in. I don't know if y'all seen it,
You know
man. I
what?
seen it
You know
earlier.
why? You know why he got him there? Because
Right.
the thing what happened before with five. He's remember academics
Top
is with
five,
top five.
top
He's
You
with
five.
said
top
Donnie
five.
Brasco. Was that the person? Somebody got to go find that clip when academics was talking about the dude that was, like I
Give me a
said, was
second. I'm
portraying
about to do
himself
my
as a gang
research.
member, and he was really the feds the whole time. And
I think
the
I heard
feds allowed
something like
him.
that.
They allowed him to actually do like gang banger shit, rob niggas, all of that, bro, to blend in like even
No,
more. What was the dude name, bro? I
I
can't
think I
remember.
heard of something like that. I don't remember the name, but something like that.
Right.
That's connected to Whack. I
Nah,
heard some.
academics was asking him, has he heard of that person? And academics was pretty much telling him over the thing, like,
Mm,
yeah, Whitey Bulger. There you go. Hit it on the money,
yeah, yeah,
smokes.
yeah.
Whitey Bulger. And academics was pretty much trying to tell him, like, that's who you are. And Wack wasn't
Oh,
even catching on. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, that's who you are, bro. It was a movie, yeah, whatever the fuck it was, but that's who Wack is, bro.
yeah.
And you got to understand, this dude always tends to weasel his way out of something that he's involved in, and he don't go down for it. Like, how do
So
you always get the paperwork the feds got before everybody? Like, it's just too much police activity. And like I
it's
said,
true
you
that
can't,
that is.
a motherfucker cannot tell me what I've heard with my own ears. And like I told y'all, I sat on a phone call with Luce. Luce has put me on the phone with so many different peoples. When that phone call came in from Adam, and Adam told us that that nigga was up at No Jumper begging for his motherfucking job. And when Adam showed him this, you got to understand the footage from the building. Those cameras on that building is an 8K. Fuck that little cheap ass cell phone footage y'all seen. The motherfuckers on the building is an 8K. And he said, Whack, that's Gizzy, that's Woo Doo, point niggas out. Dead homies, nigga, he told us. We had a whole at my line, Draco, we had a whole meeting
We
about
did.
this, bro.
We did. We
A
did.
whole meeting that the nigga was up there pointing out niggas in the surveillance footage.
He
Dead
did.
I'm,
homies.
oh
The whole
He
team had a
did.
meeting about it.
so
Sure
you know what?
did.
Over here, that proves the point that they call him a rat 100.
Yeah.
Up
Mm.
here, they call him rat 100
Him 600. Him and 600.
because
I mean, y'all got to
if
think, right? Right when the feds pick up Loose and Brick Baby, remember that next Adam and Wax show wasn't the Adam and Wax show. It's when Vlad, I think we talked about it.
it
They
was
all
all
went
of
up there
them,
and
yeah,
had that little
yeah,
parade, right?
all the
You got to
content
understand,
makers.
if at that point it's confirmed that the feds was watching No Jumper, right? Obviously. So why the fuck would you be sitting on the couch having a conversation about if somebody come up here tripping, we got some shit that'll make the earth shake? Did you just let the feds know that you got a rocket launcher in your trunk? Stupid. So how do you feel
I heard him. I heard
how
it.
do you feel comfortable talking like that? Knowing that the feds confirmed now that the feds is watching No Jumper. See, y'all gotta pay attention to this shit, bro.
That's why over here we're looking at it like, yo, we kind of told you so because he got after when he talked that whatever whole thing was going on with on No Jumper when Top Five called in and stuff, and they're going back and forth with the Whack. He got locked up, you know.
Right,
He
right,
got locked up not too long after they picked him up and they put him, they locked him up on weapons. Whoever he was with,
right,
they said had a weapon charge and stuff like that. And remember,
right,
he's already on probation for for a serious case. He's still on like a whole year type of what is called state charges, meaning you can't do nothing for at least over a year or so. But
right.
if you do anything, they could put you behind bars, and that makes your case worse. Cannot come out. Remember I was telling you,
Well,
Draco? That's
listen,
he's
I
on
was
state
just
charges.
I was just talking to Trap News, and I told him something that I know about something that nobody know about. It's confidential, and it's the reason why it's confidential. And I told Trap News, you're gonna remember this conversation when I said the shit is about to erupt. And the next week, I told him this 2 days ago. When this confidential shit I tell y'all come out, that I'm telling y'all about come out, y'all gonna really be like, what the fuck? I said it first, and I said it a couple streams ago, and I told Trap News the other day. Don't nobody know. It's only 3 people that know, and I'm one of them. Okay, the internet is about to go crazy, and once again, y'all gonna see why we say Whack is the police.
But
You'll
then,
see,
Rap
and homies,
100.
you will see.
It's crazy, bro.
but
This
he
shit.
put it,
This shit
but
deep.
but he done it to himself because what's the purpose for what he does now? Now it's coming back to himself. He done a hustle by whatever being on No Jumper, but the
Right,
purpose, what people are describing of him is someone talking people's business. That's what we are saying. You're talking someone's business. You don't have
mm-hmm.
no license. You're not a lawyer. You don't. You're not a professional in anything to be speaking on stuff. So the only description would be is you're like an informer. That's what they would
Right,
say. An informer is like what would say a rat. Same thing, but an informer, you're always going to. It's like your job. You're getting paid. That's the difference.
right,
An informer gets paid. I remember hearing a description, a mafia description of different descriptions of someone who tells. Right. So there's the
right,
rat. So the rat will just do anything to save their life. You get what I mean?
right,
They don't even
right,
have to be getting paid. But the informer now is somebody who's a little bit more confident, right? Because they probably think like they have a business and shit, but they still wanna work with the law so they could feel more powerful and shit like that. You get what I mean?
Right.
Like
Right.
no, that's their protection. They don't have no respect from nobody else. But if they get the law or have a friend who's on the other side, they'll feel more powerful. And
Right.
you get what I mean? That's the informer. That's what an informer doesn't have to be a guy who's desperate.
Right.
Just be a guy who's greedy. And maybe Wack is one of those. You get what I mean? Like he's managing, and plus you're into the telling, the Fed business. Like
Right.
you have you have these artists you should be making money from, but you're still doing all this other shit. Like real gangsters don't want you to know
Well, you got to understand
what they're
this,
doing.
right? Hold on. Let me stop you right there. Wack ain't making no money. Let me explain something to y'all. Okay. I said it a couple streams ago when I was live. Wack 100 Queen R&B, should I say? Uh has sat on the phone with certain people and didn't know I was on that phone call and was boohoo crying. And when what I said, she said about his house in California, he can't afford his mortgage and all of that. That's the reason why when he texts Sharice about why the fuck would he say that? He tripped out. You got to understand this. She's already exposed that the nigga's broke. Okay. This is the reason why it fits in with him desperately begging for his job at No Jumper. He needs that job. He don't have no money right now, bro. There's nothing you got to understand. Let's take it back to the Keefe D situation. Where that money was coming from. It wasn't coming from him. It was all bullshit. Like when they figured that the courts figured out like this shit ain't legit. Like he didn't even have 250K to take out of his pocket and just get the nigga out. The 250K he was talking about was coming from like 3 different parties that wasn't his. He don't have the money like that. He just felt like it's a loan. If we get this dude out, we're getting ready to make this documentary off this dude, and we're just gonna flip the money. You're gonna get your money back. You see what I'm saying? But if we get him out, we get the documentary started. You get that 250K back. We bubble off of it. We good. But that shit didn't fall through. He don't have money like that. He don't know. I heard his girl sit on the phone and boohoo cry about his behavior and even said the words, I don't want to fuck with him no more. He don't got no money. He can't afford his mortgage in California. That house is going under foreclosure. I heard this with my own ears, bro.
So
You see what
why
I'm
do
saying?
so
He
much
don't have money like that.
why do so much people find like they trust him, put trust in him because he's managing like Blueface, he's locked up though, managing a game and these other
Just
people they
cause you
put.
just cause you manage don't mean nothing. You
But
gotta understand, right? Listen, I guess he heard my live when I said that, right? So it's crazy, right? This is the day before yesterday. The nigga been going back watching my lives talking about it, right? So I guess he heard the part about R&B. Sharice called me the day before yesterday. She was like, R&B just called me. And you want to know what she asked me? She asked me, uh, did Luce ever record any of her conversations with him? And you want to know why? Because she's sitting there scratching her head like, how the fuck did Hoodlum know I said that? What did I tell y'all about Luce? I'll be on the phone with Luce. Luce will be like, mute your phone. Boop. Put me on the phone with Drake. Put me on the phone with Dr. Dre. All of that, bro. I'd have been on the phone with so many motherfuckers, bro. And R&B was one of them. So she like, well, wait a minute. If he know about that, he wasn't on the phone when I talked to Luce. See, she didn't know that. So
Mhm.
she assumed, did Luce ever record any of our conversations? No, he didn't. I was just on the phone and you didn't know it. That's why I'm trying to tell you. I heard it with my own ears. His own girl was throwing him under the bus. That's how I know that he ain't got no money, bro. She already didn't expose that. Why you think he living with her in Vegas? And then they live in an apartment. Like, come on, bro. Let's get real right now.
So this guy's he hustles some way to
Just
be
saying.
survive to survive. He's hustling.
Yep.
He does hustle. He's hustling.
She even exposed the diapers. She's like, the diapers ain't doing too well. You know, the little incredible diapers, they ain't really
Yeah.
moving numbers like that. Nigga, she exposed all that on that phone call. I'm not lying, bro. And now she's
And
trying to figure out
bro,
how I knew about that.
the crazy
Newsflash,
part
I was on
about
the
it
phone.
is
Right.
it probably ain't moving like that because of niggas knowing who's behind the product.
All right.
I'm just keeping it a bug. I don't think nigga White is not going to be able to sell anything
He
from all
sabotages,
the
he
shit.
self-sabotages. I'm gonna break down an event
Mhm.
that he sabotaged. Okay. the Pixie event. Remember, Loose did the Pixie event with Wack when they ran into Big Homie CC.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That was Loose's play. Okay, Loose put Wack on. They were supposed to go up to the Pixie event. They were supposed to sport what's the little Asian chick that was in the photo with? I got her on my Instagram. They were
I
supposed to
follow
rock her
her
little
too.
band, right? Promote her little stuff, and they signed a contract to get paid within 72 hours, 7 grand a piece. This nigga stand up media, what it do? Shout out stand up. This nigga Whack, he self sabotages. He tries to bully his way with everything. Not even
Mhm.
48 hours after, the nigga Whack calls the motherfucking dude that did the contract with him to pay him and started threatening him, bro. I'm on the phone call with Loose when the motherfucker call. He like mute your phone, hoodlum. He merged me in. I swear to God, bro. The dude was like, Cannon, I can't do business with you more, no more. Whack 100, I can't do it. If anybody's involved with him, I don't want nothing to do with him. He threatened my life. He threatened me if I don't pay him the money now. Like that's when, now, if you pay attention to my previous lives, I kept telling people the first time y'all seen Cannon bump heads with Whack was the swatting situation. That's the first time y'all seen it. I know about numerous occasions before then. That that day when he sabotaged the $7,000 a piece for the Pixie event, Luce was on the phone with that nigga and told him, "Cuz I come beat you up." That's when he texts, nigga, if Beatrice is in the chat right now, here tell you. That nigga Cannon was like, "Cuz on 60 Crip, I'll beat you up, nigga." All I'm telling you, when you deal with Whack and he see you ain't no pussy, he's a Karen. I'm talking
Mhm.
about Luce going big on him. He ain't saying shit. All right, nephew, and he hang up the phone. I'm my mama. He didn't even have the balls to text Whack. He texted the homie Beatrice. Hey, that's still nephew, man. Tell him it ain't got to be that serious. Woo to woo, cause I'm my mama. The nigga loose flexed on him, bro, cause he sabotaged it. I'm listening to the motherfucker with the contract, like I can't touch nothing you touch no more, loose, because you involved with this character, bro. This is what he does. He sabotages everything, bro.
Been doing it
Everything.
for a good while. Been doing it for a good
Right.
while. And
Right.
that's why I still got to question even academics too, because academics talk to them a lot. They talk
Right.
a lot. And that meeting what they had at No Jumper afterwards, like with all those guys, like they
Right.
have similar. It's like they all report. They're really big on reporting
Right.
black some of black culture and focusing on a lot of the negative shit a lot of the time. You get
Right.
what I mean? Like they might talk like Vlad might talk about your career and shit like that, but all the rest of them, it's nothing what they're helping the culture with. Any of all
Right.
those people who was in that meeting, right? And that whatever they were doing, they're not
Right.
trying to help the culture. That's why you didn't see Joe Budden there because Joe Budden at least kind of he talks his shit, but he kind of spotlights the artist more. You get what I
Right.
mean? Like at least talking about the rating of an album or spotlighting someone's new album what came out. All the rest, mostly they're talking about the negative side of stuff, and that's why Wack is there. You got uh, Adam there. You got academics there. You got Trap Boy Laras, the guy from England, who just people criticize him for a lot of shit back there. Who else was there? You all were there, almost.
Right.
All the ones what talk about a lot of the stuff in the streets too. And it's like the reporting. That's the thing. It's like you're talking like you're doing. You could talk about it, but it's like an investigation. Like you're asking questions to these people on the show about legal shit. Like you know that what you're asking, right? So
Right.
if
Hey,
I
Right.
was
Hood,
if I was to get asked that, I would feel like I would probably like don't even want to answer that shit.
Right.
man, Hood. Listen, remember you and I had a conversation, and I had said before. I said, nigga, just look at him in the interviews or the little shows he do on No Jumper. I said, bro, when he talk and there's somebody next to him, I
Mm-hmm.
said, what I don't like is, I was like, the gaslighting is at a fucking all time high with this nigga. Like he
Right.
gaslight
Yes,
the fuck out of
yes,
niggas,
yes.
bro. Listen, listen. I gave Hood an example. I said, Hood, this is. I said, if let me give you an example of what I mean when I say I know he gaslight. He the dude. He sees somebody. We totally know this person is not this particular character, but because he because he probably seen an incident prior where he seen this person become something, he's
Mhm.
gonna go ahead and polish it. All right,
Right.
well, give this nigga this, and he like, hey nigga, well you know what, this you right here. The nigga looking at him like, nah, nigga, this ain't me. This I don't even get down like that. But the nigga like, nah, bro, you remember that shit you did last week? That shit, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, it was crazy,
Right.
nigga. It was crazy. I'm telling you, that's you right there, baby. Like that's how whack do niggas. And
Yo,
I was telling Hood, I said, I hate niggas like that, bro. I said
yo,
that
you,
shit made me want to get out, nigga.
yo,
Bro.
you
I
look on his
said,
eyes. Yo, I was watching some of the recent content, and I really look. You look on his eyes when he's listening, and when he's looking at them, and when he's asking the question. And I'm saying straight up, that's a police shit. That's police shit.
Right.
Like someone be talking, and like for example, I'm talking, and he's like, "Yo, for real? Yeah. So what? Did you go to the house?" And after then, he
so
keeps
you
making the man
notice?
talk.
Have you noticed when he okay? So he'll ask a question, or let's say Adam will ask a question, right?
Yeah,
What Wack tend to do is in the majority of his videos, he'll flip the question or he'll ask
yeah,
the same exact question but just
yeah,
reword it.
yeah,
So this nigga asks a question, and let's say you answer it right, he'll do this shit right here. Let's say, okay, all right, hey man, did you walk to the house? This Adam asking, did you walk to the house? Yeah, man, you
Right.
know I made it to the house. I made it to the house, chopped it up with woo 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 woo. This is what Wack do. So you made it to the house and chopped it up with, are you serious? And like he repeats it back to you.
yeah, yes, yes.
Right.
And what people don't know psychologically, when people do that,
I know.
Right.
first of all, that's a form of gaslighting. Two, you're making the person repeat
You're leading them
without
pretty
them
much.
knowing
Right.
what
That's what
they
he does.
just said, bro.
Right.
You making them repeat it and confirm. The police work two ways. They need confirmation twice. They don't need it
Yes,
three times no more. They
yes,
stopped that back in the 60s and 70s.
yeah, twice.
They just needed two times, baby. Listen to how this nigga Wack. Y'all got to see how Wack do
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah. I see how he
crazy.
does it. When he
It's
talks,
fucking
he is make
detective
sure.
work.
Yeah,
Right.
he's asking you like that two times, and he's listening, but he does it in a way that first he's gonna say you're talking right, your shit. Then after then he might just interject a little bit. Then he stops and he's like he's looking at you. You're talking shit. Then he asks one more shit, another question. So he's breaking it up. So you keep talking. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna
Yo,
split it up. So he knows. So you're not gonna know that he's really investigating you.
so hold on,
He's
wait,
Right.
trying.
wait. When you say the split up thing, okay, I'm all right. I like how you just did that because that was my next point. Hood, he'll split it up for you. So let's say Adam asked a question, the nigga
Mhm.
answered.
Right.
Whack will put like, I don't know, nigga, a fake experience in it to make it look like he know what the fuck the nigga,
Yeah,
like try to make a connection with the guy,
yeah.
right? And then he'll do this. But bro, you mean to tell me that you had
Right.
rap on you when you walked up to the house? Like nigga, and he'll do
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And the
Right.
nigga will answer the shit. I'm like, these niggas is stupid. I'm not
yeah.
doing shit with these niggas. I said they gonna
Right.
tell them themselves every time. Bro, it's crazy how he do it. You gotta watch the shit.
I see it. Yeah, man.
He's a goddamn genius. He's a goddamn genius. And I'll be saying to myself, I'm like, nigga, with majority of the people he said by like nigga,
Yeah.
and I'm not talking bad about Snoopy Badass. I
Oh yeah,
actually
I fuck with
started
Snoopy
liking a
Badass.
lot of his stuff. I started
Yeah, I
back
fuck with
liking
that's the
because
homie.
I think the media was pushing him the wrong way. And
Mhm.
I fell more on what I was seeing negatively than I saw more of his positive stuff.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna
So,
send him the link, see if he'll pop in here real quick.
oh, that's a badge.
Yeah.
But when he did the thing with Snoopy, right?
Right.
That alone, bro, him telling Snoopy what's hood and what's street politics and what to go by. Hold on, nigga. You got about like 999 ass whoopings lined up for your ass, and you ain't popped up to the door yet, nigga. So what the fuck are we talking about? Just like Brick Baby said in No Jumper, we in this fake ass YouTube world with these fake ass lineup fades, nigga. Ain't nobody really taking no fades. Niggas is just gonna keep talking shit on the internet, I guess. And so this
Right.
is what I was like. Once I started figuring out and having conversations with Hood, man. Hood be keeping me on point, bro. I'm telling you, it, nigga. Man, anybody that don't know this nigga, you might not never know this motherfucker. But I'm glad to know him because, dude, he keep my head straight with these motherfuckers. He be like Draco, look, do this. Fuck everything else. I need you to go like this because, nigga, like he said earlier, if you give Wack 5 minutes, he's so good with words, he might
Yeah.
persuade you, bro. He
Well,
Yeah.
might
yo,
And
get
if
you.
you and if you're gullible, he's going to persuade you. He's going to turn you into his little guppy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
he,
it's over at that point.
he's done it over here. Persuade information from up here. Put it that way. You get what I mean?
Oh my
So
God,
it's crazy. I'm reading my chat
He's
right now.
infiltrated my
Right.
the down to earth Canadian brothers. What's going on?
Yeah. I don't
What
want to keep
happened?
it started some shit with another whatever, so I'm not gonna name the like it's been some history, but the other person, but that person, right, spotlights the top five a lot in Toronto. They spotlight him a lot. So that link up here is who spoke with Wack about top five situation, and then top five not too long after got locked up. So top five blames Whack 100. We call him Rat 100. Sorry to say, it looks like top five is right in this situation that Whack is the one who showed some type of what's called camera recording and shit. I don't know how he got it to the authorities down here, but they must have seen some shit coming all the way from up there. They got tipped off in Toronto. You get what I'm saying? And it was a video. It was a music video
Wait,
saying with props.
so one of your guys that you're saying, I just want to make sure I'm hearing what you're saying because this is interesting. You're saying that one of your guys was already kind of having connection with WAG via
Well,
communication.
another platform in Toronto, right? They're not us, not D2E.
Okay,
It ain't
okay.
D2E. I'm gonna clear that shit. It ain't
That's
D2E's
what I
getting
was
that
thinking
shit.
you were saying.
But
My fault. That's what I thought you were
this
saying.
other platform was accused from top five of talking to WAC 100.
So Canada was infiltrated.
Yeah, so this
Yeah.
person talked to WAC 100 about stuff about Drake too.
Oh man, that's crazy. And
And
see,
that's
you know
why
what? Listen,
and that's
this
why
is what
Drake
pissed me off. This is what
Drake
pisses
don't
me
like
off
to
right here,
whack 100 because of that.
nigga.
Right.
Wack don't
Well, I
have
mean,
no issues with
Drake. I think I
Drake.
said that last time. Whack. Drake. Drake. Listen, I was about to make a post one time about that situation with top five and Whack 100 tripping. And Cannon called me. He was like, "No, don't make the post." He said, he got a relationship with Drake, and he told me specifically not to post it. He said because Drake is already mad at Whack because Drake firmly believes that Whack is behind uh the top five being told on when he got locked up. Dead homies, that's what he told me.
And
You know
sorry
what
to
I mean?
say,
And that's the reason
now
why
I
Drake don't
believe
fuck
it.
with Whack no more.
And
Yeah.
now I believe it. I didn't believe it at first, like
Right.
fully. I was saying, nah. But then, and we talked about it, Draco. I believe it now.
Right.
But part of it, believing it
I'm
is
telling
because
you.
someone, part of believing it is, oh, sorry to say, it's someone because someone spoke from here to Whack, right? That is
Right.
looked on to some people that you're a traitor, you're a rat. You get what I mean? So those that whatever individual has to now try to clean up their background and shit. So me speaking, they might know who it is. Me speaking his name wouldn't be like I don't give a shit, but that would just reignite shit, which me and my brother made that whatever sting to like, because everybody knows each other in Toronto. It's
Yeah.
Right.
it's a small a lot of people, but it's a small city, so it's like beef spe- could be out there when we're going out and shit like that. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Right.
You get what I mean? Like even though
Yeah.
we have this platform D2E, it's like we got a family. You get me? We got our people, and we and then those people got their people. So all the politics shit. Top five
Yeah.
is respected as much as people hate top five. There's a lot of people who respect him still in some
That's
type of
I
real.
think
fucked
I
up
just
way.
my thing with top five is he's too flamboyant, and typically when you're like that, you get touched, bro. Like I said, it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the ones that's silent. That's the ones you got to worry about. He's too like, oh, to me, it's all like fabricated, and I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
being honest.
No, 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 no. I agree too because normally, like I know he's a young they're young and shit, but in Toronto you get touched quick. Like normally, a guy
Right,
like that, I'm surprised. Like even for down here,
right,
when it's with social media and how down here is, like they don't play down here too, man. Like guys get popped for no reason too. Like
right,
even every night, I don't watch the news as much anymore, but someone like him who's a public figure, you're a big target, and
right,
if a lot of people don't like you, you're a I mean, you're a celebrity, whatever Toronto celebrity. You know Drake. You go to the basketball games and shit like
right,
that. You start beef online, right? You one
right,
day whoever your ops is, because they talk about ops, they're gonna be out there where you at. It's just never happened yet.
right.
You get what I mean? So to me, if you're in that situation, just be happy that you have a music career or some type of spotlight, and just be positive because making beef, especially in this city, you'll be gone. It's better off he's in another province.
Yeah.
That's why most of these guys who are from Toronto who kind of do hip hop on a certain level, they leave
Yeah.
Toronto. They don't
Yeah.
stay in Toronto. They're in another part of the country or they're in America. Like Pressa was in
Right,
LA for almost 2 years. He just
right,
came back recently, like a year ago. He was living down there, doing his career
right,
down there and shit.
right.
So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of these Toronto guys have to go to LA. That's why I don't understand why they're pumping top five. Sorry to talk about this guy, but I'm giving you how I feel from Toronto.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be
Yeah.
honest. You hear about this guy like he's the big boogeyman, like he represents all Toronto. No, this guy's a new fucking cat. He's a guy. He's CB4. If you guys know what CB4 is, that movie with Chris Rock,
Right.
that's what top five is. It's CB fucking four.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm surprised people don't know that movie. You guys don't know that movie, Chris Rock?
I
Yeah, I know
know
what you're
that's
talking
the
about.
Chris.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The undercover where he had to. Didn't he have to take places of his twin brother?
No,
Is
no,
that the
no,
movie
no.
I'm talking about?
See before when Chris Rock is playing like the it's like make off of NWA. So he's
Oh man, dog. Yes, I saw
yeah.
that, bro. I'm gonna
That
keep it
movie is
real
very
with you.
important.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We ain't even got to touch base on it too much. I just want to talk about that a little bit. Let me say something, bro. That movie and the Run
hmm,
DMC movie they did
I
with
heard this shit.
I
Black
forgot what the producer guy name is. Rick Rubin. I think his name is Rick Rubin.
mm,
When I say that's a great perception
of
of
what's going on
how
now.
how the industry or the record labels was bringing in people and creating a artist, fam. Like I
Right,
didn't comprehend that back then when they was like they would grab somebody off the
Hmm.
street, create an artist, and actually like create them, nigga, manage them,
Hmm. Hmm.
direct them, choreography them, like show, like create mannerisms, damn near create a character, fam. You know what I'm
Yeah.
right,
saying? For these people to be. And when I found out that, I remember talking to one of my homies that used to work for Capitol Records. The nigga said, he said, "Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, the record label stopped doing that shit. They rather just snatch a nigga off the street that's already created." So I asked him, why did they stop creating people? Like, what was the point of that? He said, because a lot of the artists then, he was like, when you find talent, you're finding the talent. Now you just got to mold the artist, put a name to it, and then have them work this character. He was like, a lot of the times with a lot of the artists back then, once they get, he was like, back then you could drop an album, tour 2 years off of it, right? I was like, damn, I forgot about that. He was like, yeah, nigga, DMX dropped an album or two albums, toured 3.5, 4 years off of fucking two albums, bro. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, so the nigga was like, around those time frames, once a lot of people just needed 6 months. He said that fame will fucking go to these people's head and be like, nigga, we don't need you no more. We out. So he said, tons and tons of millions of dollars was being lost and being spent into these artists that the record label was creating. Once the artist got to a point where they was like, well, damn, I don't really need you no more. You got me where I'm at. They was like, fuck it. We're gonna let these niggas do the hard work now. We're gonna let them create their own character. We're gonna let them tell their story. We're gonna let these niggas put their bread together and do all this shit. Pretty much do all the work that the industry was doing already. They just
Mhm.
the industry stopped and let the man do it. Now the man doing it, the industry's like, all right, fuck it. Now he met where he at. Let's go ahead and run into him, or let's try to get him in our office. Let's try to find a way to do business with him and either rape this nigga out of everything he got because he worked so hard for it. And they pretty much what niggas is not thinking about. The record labels is really taking back everything that was spent 40, 50, 60, 80 years ago, nigga, on a lot
Yeah,
of these artists. That's what they taking back from these niggas that's creating their own characters now. They're like, nigga, all that money we put into these niggas back then, we trying to get that shit back from these new artists now.
that's what
So
I was trying.
that's all it is.
Just to add on to that, because today I done a live stream on the 666 code, talking about Toronto, like the scene, like the top artists where a lot of you guys know, like Drake, The Weeknd, Tory Lanez, Nav, and Pressa, right? Where I'm talking about the 666 code, it exists this concept everywhere, but especially here. If you weren't a person who went to acting school, some type of training, or you have what we call connections, or most likely you have to have like a story in Toronto for you to be respected as a rapper. You have to go to jail. You have to be part of some type of gang or some shit. You have to have like a story, else you won't be spotlighted in Toronto
Right.
on the major whatever platforms. You have to do that. So you have to actually sacrifice yourself so Drake will respect you. So Drake will respect you, even though he hasn't done those things and promoted himself like that, right? All these top guys you see I talk about, like the Weeknd had to do the drugs thing. He had to be the druggie. So
All right.
that's how he got popular. He got in, right? The Weeknd. So Tory Lanez was the hardest working one. Sorry, out of all of them, he had to do mixtapes, selling his stuff on the street. He had to go out in the street and hustle and make people see him. And until he went to America, he paid his way, went to America. I actually know his ex manager, his first manager. I know him really good. Tory Lanez's first manager, but he helped him go to Florida and get noticed, right? Tory
And look,
Lanez.
I wanted to say something, just a sidebar on that. Bro, Tory Lanez made so much money as an independent artist when he was coming up, and he still does, but when he started, when he like nigga, when he was dropping um the Say It single, that whole album right after, bro, that whole 2.5 years, Tory was on a motherfucking $1 million run, bro. And let me
Yeah,
tell
so
you,
you see how he's
every
on the run? You see how
yeah,
he's locked
bro.
up? You see how he's locked up?
Yeah.
It's now that made room for Drake. I saw that from the beginning. So that's the sacrifice I'm seeing, right? Now you see Nav. I don't know about if you know about that Indian guy who's with the Weekend EXO. He's another guy now. Like I don't know what he had to do to get to that level. The point is all these guys had to do a lot of shit and you
Okay,
only
so
get
oh,
respected most of the time doing something negative to get in the door.
Nav. Okay, so here let's talk a little bit on Nav real quick. So I remember I told you I listened to Nav. I fuck with Nav. Now, what was kind of bothering me about Nav's music is Nav portrays this gangster look, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. And a lot of his music, I don't want to go through all the lyrics, but
Mhm.
in a lot of his music, he has spoken about mafia shit. And I'm talking about very good detail too, in good detail.
Well, where
So
Nav
I'm a
is,
little nervous of what he has to do because he got ops. He
yeah,
talk about all that
you know
shit.
what? Compared to everybody else, I give you like Toronto knowledge. He's from actually a hood in
I
Toronto.
know,
Right?
I know. Nav is
He's from
really
the
about
Rex.
that shit, from what I
He's from
hear.
he's from the Rex. Compared to all these other guys who I just named. Let me see,
Yeah,
Drake, Weekend, who I say Tory, Party. The guy who's really from the hood of all of them is not the Indian guy. Yeah, Rexdale. Rexdale is the Crip part was known as the Crip part for over 30 years in Toronto. So yeah,
that is
They got
he's
Crip. They
really.
got
crazy.
Crips
They
in
got
Toronto.
Crips in
Oh yeah, yeah.
Toronto,
Oh, a long time ago, and they got Bloods too. But
man.
The Crips are the majority because of the color. Like I mentioned
What?
to the brother the other night. Yeah, they've been around a long
Damn.
time. That would probably be one of the most oldest. I mean, like the biggest gangs when the Crip and the Blood thing became popular in Toronto, the Crips, because I'm gonna say it because people from Toronto know what I'm talking about. Like, there's a place we're not too far from here, but we're in the outskirts. Finch, Jane and Finch. So Jane and
Mm,
Finch, where it's near, it's called North York. The whole part of a certain part of Toronto, like North Toronto, North York. So there's East York and there's West York. So West York is Jane and Finch. That's where Press is from, right? Jane and Finch would be like the Compton of Toronto.
right.
Like you get, I mean, that same type of atmosphere. A lot of the, the social housing, older old neighborhoods, apartments and shit like that. A lot of black people, minorities and shit like that. And a lot of stuff been going on from the 70s in Jane, like Jane Finch is known from the 70s and shit. So a lot of those parts of Jane and Finch were Crips, and then there's a further, like there's different parts of Finch where they recognize themselves as Crips, blue, like wearing blue. You get what I mean? There's a couple spots where there was blood, but mainly it was Crips because the Blue Jays is blue,
Right.
and Toronto Maple Leafs is blue and white. So a lot of the stuff what people would wear, like as sports gear, is blue. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So and then there's
Yeah,
other
I know what you're talking
and then
about.
Rexdale, where Nav is from, is the furthest west of Toronto. That's away from Finch. But even though they're away from Finch, back in the day, the Crips from Rexdale and all the way to Finch, where I'm at, North Toronto, they always connected. All the Crips connected, who who was from, like, representing the Crip side, right? But mostly that's West Toronto. Toronto's more like a LA, I mean, West Toronto's more like a LA vibe. They mess with colors, and then East Toronto is like a Brooklyn vibe. These guys don't dress in colors. The guys from East Toronto, they're completely different.
Right.
They're like we call them Little Brooklyn because they're Americanized. A lot of, for some reason, and I know there's been a lot of Americans who live, like when they come to Toronto, we know who lived in Scarborough or the East End. That's Scarborough. They call it Scarborough, right? So those guys down there are more like, they don't dress in colors. The West End guys from Toronto recognize the American thing with the Bloods and the Crips. There's even the Latin Kings. There's even, like, even other
What in
cultures have their.
In Canada?
Oh yeah. Oh shit,
What the
man. Yo, I could give you a
that
whole
shit is crazy.
pod. I could give you a whole pod. Organized crime is like big, and especially organized crime. It's huge in Canada, and they got the links with, like, America. Like, there's a whole story of that still going on. Like, especially Montreal, the other
Right.
province next there. That's a gangster city, yo. There's a lot of
But
shit people.
y'all see the video with the Japanese dudes with all the red flags that was banged out, bro? Like, and the dude was rapping the Jap. I'm like, boy, this shit is crazy.
Yeah,
Like, boy,
man,
that
everywhere.
LA got influence everywhere, bro.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
that shit. I
Everywhere,
did not know that they had
everywhere.
Crips and Bloods or Latin Kings in fucking Canada, bro. That's
oh yeah,
crazy.
yeah, 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 yeah. Like, and then there's the Jamaican, like, because there's a lot of Jamaicans here where my parents are
Mm,
from. There's the Jamaican posses are the gang them. That's more like
right.
organized. That's more like organized crime. Like, you get what I
Right.
mean? Like, this is like a United Nations of organized crime, and it's very big, and has links to, like, the American, like, when you guys know about John Gotti and all that shit, right? All those
Yeah.
different gangsters down there. I watch a
Right.
lot of documentaries, right? Even on, like, the Bloods and the Crips, but with the mafia, because I grew up. I have we call a friend who's Italian. I grew up with an Italian guy who not too far from here, right? And
Right.
he told me everything, like, about their world, like growing up, I got the inside compared to other people just watch the movies, right? So a lot of the real mafia, they never went to New York. They came to Canada, Toronto, Montreal.
Right.
The guys who people thought were the gangsters, the real whatever big gangsters in New York, they used to have to, they were getting the liquor from Canada. Remember, prohibition. It was already, it wasn't illegal in Canada. So what's his name? What's his name from Chicago? Uh, uh, Al Capone was getting all his liquor up Niagara Falls. He was getting all his wine because Niagara Falls right now is known as wine country up here. That's where they grow in the Niagara all the wine. Some of the best, world's best wine comes from Niagara. That's where
Right.
Al Capone was getting all his alcohol and stuff like that in New York. So the mafia up here, they come from a different part of Italy. A lot of them, I think, are from like Sicily, the part where it's like the dark Italian, more dark Italian. I
Right.
noticed in New York they look more lighter. There's some dark ones, but they're more lighter, more looking like from another part of Europe. But up here, a lot of them are more dark, black hair, maybe more. Some of them look almost like a brother. You get what I
Right.
mean? So yeah, the mafia up here is still big in Canada. It's like the government. I'm straight up saying it. It's like they run free. They don't get locked up like you don't see no big bus locking up 20 guys and that these guys are living good. They make the infrastructure. They have children going to university. They don't really have to worry about going to jail. It's just like that. Like they own.
Right.
They're the ones who are building up the buildings and shit like that. Like they know who the people are. Some of these guys do go get locked up like the soldiers, but it's not televised. It's quiet.
Right.
It has to be like a podcast, like now how we're talking, for you to find out about these guys, who these guys are. That's why I know like
And
WAC
that's
100, what we're talking about earlier,
right.
is no different than some of these mafia guys, even in America. I see they got locked up and they go on these podcasts and they're talking about what they have done. You ever watch some of these other pods where you see these gangsters, these guys who are saying that they killed all these people, but they're talking
Right.
and shit like that. They're talking about other gangster stories and stuff like that. Like that's the same thing what I feel Wack is doing, and other people. They're bringing these characters on a platform because it's entertainment. But the difference is these guys have probably these guys are not like these mafia guys who made deals yet with the government. That's the difference. These mafia guys who are talking and are free after killing 10 people, they made deals with the government. So
Right.
I don't know if Wack has a deal with the government. You never know. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, the way he keep escaping from shit and magically having shit, and I just don't get it, man. Like everybody thinks this motherfucker's a god, bro. Like, I mean, the situation with rapper SKG. What
Mm,
was the odds of, you know, mind you, right? I don't know. I don't sit here and investigate everything anybody fucking does
yeah,
for my BMs. Draco does what Draco does, okay,
yeah.
just as well as everybody else. And one morning I'm sitting here chilling, and Loose Cannon Wife texts me like, "What? Look what's going on." And this Whack texting her. There you go, big IBMG Savage. What it do?
Hey, shout
Uh,
out to everybody, man.
It's all
uh,
right, yeah.
he
Big
she
dog.
sends me a screenshot of of a chat on Instagram, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I
And what it
swear.
was is SKG, rapper SKG had just did that interview with Adam 22 at No Jumper. And they put the clip on the No Jumper post on Instagram on their page. And that in that clip, though, if you go to the comment section, pretty much everybody was saying the same exact thing Draco was saying. She kept saying the word meeting a bunch of times. So people were in the comments like, oh, it sounds scripted. Why do you
Hmm.
keep saying meeting or whatever? So when Draco said something about it, she immediately replied to him and was like, bitch, don't start with me today. Ain't you loose, homeboy? She got the going in. This is rapper SKG. I don't know if y'all know who rapper
Yeah,
SKG
yeah,
is,
yeah.
but I didn't know this was going on until Cherise sent me the screenshot. And I'm like, what the fuck? And the screenshot she sent me was Whack sending a screenshot of what she screenshotted to Whack. And I'm like, does everybody think Whack's a fucking god? Why everybody got to go through this nigga, bro? Like, what the fuck? And he in there, I don't think they want to fuck with her and da 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 this and da 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 that. I told Draco, nah, I don't think that bitch want to fuck with us. Like she don't understand, okay? And what we do, Draco, 30 minutes out of there,
Yo,
nigga.
we
She was gone, nigga.
sent them
Like gone. Like
locations.
listen, he pretty much put it in text messages like this is somebody they don't want to go to war with. If they try it, She gonna do this. She gonna do
And see,
that.
this my
What?
thing. This is my whole thing on
Let's
that.
do it then. And
I think it's funny. Let me say
right,
something. I want to make sure. I think it's hilarious
right,
that somebody is mad. Hold on, hear me when I say this. Mad
right.
doing that on the phone.
Like she just
Nigga,
flat out
she
just
did.
dis
I just
disrespected
couldn't
him off
believe it,
rip,
bro.
bro. Like
Yes,
she's like, you
bro.
bitch, bitch this, bitch that. I'm like, damn. Like the homie just said, it sounds scripted, just like everybody else said. But for some reason,
I said
she
everything
zeroed in.
everybody else said. That's
She
all I
seen
said. But
IBM and she like, ain't you loose, homeboy? Whoop, she was going in, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck going on? Like,
this my problem too. Like Hood said, nigga, stop going to whack like he gonna do something.
right.
He ain't
Like
gonna
they
do
think this nigga's
nothing.
a goddess, bro. Like, what the fuck? He's fucking 5'2". He a little pudgy,
Man,
little plump motherfucker.
that
Like,
nigga built like a turtle. He built,
right.
I'm
Like,
telling you,
what he gonna do?
he got the reptilian skin on his face.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Hey, Miss
telling you.
IBM Hoodlum was bleeding them in the chat yesterday.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, let me
Oh,
tell you,
Yeah, my wife,
bro.
man, she don't, man, he posted a picture of my wife. So, and then you know how people got their pictures where they not looking like all dolled up. So he goes and takes the picture
But
of my wife with a
It
hoodie
don't,
on and
but
try to
no, no,
make
no,
fun
no,
of her,
no.
wait, wait,
right?
But
wait.
here's my hood. Here's my thing.
Yeah.
It don't even matter, nigga.
All right.
Why you posting the homie wife though, nigga?
You
All
know
right.
why?
That's where
I
I'm at, nigga.
I heard
You know what I'm
I
saying? And that's
All
why I
right.
wrote what I wrote on my story. My
I heard he
nigga,
said
I
that
don't give
girl
a
runs his page, R&B.
man. That nigga,
I
he run
swear he
his
said.
page. He
No,
run his
R&B don't
page.
run
He
his
keeps
page. She
saying
run that
R&B.
page.
He run his shit. Fuck
He
that.
uses R&B as a shield, and like I said,
Yeah,
that's what he
yeah,
tried to do
yeah.
with me with
Nah, nigga,
Loose to
he
try to
run
get
his
me out of
shit.
there. He kept lying to Loose like he's doing this to R&B, he's doing that to R&B, and like I said, if you really know Loose biggest pet peeve is whatever we got going on, we don't involve people, girlfriends or wives. We don't put him in it.
Mhm.
He knows that, so he kept
That's
trying to
and
use that
that's
as a
there you
formula to try
go.
to get me for Loose to get rid of me. You know
Uh,
what I'm saying?
I seen
Yep.
that someone tried that. I seen that before. They use
Mhm.
personal shit like that to try to
Draco, my
get.
wife said she need a diss track made for that nigga ASAP from you.
Oh, it's made
Hey,
already. You got
this
it.
dude
You
right
got to
here.
bang it for him. He
Mind you,
can't be
I've been knowing
100
this
if you
dude for a
whack,
while
nigga.
now, right? I've been knowing Draco for a while now, right?
Mhm.
And out of nowhere, he decides that, hey, Hood, check this out. This is my EP. And I'm like, EP? You rap?
Mhm.
Nigga, I
I
said that
swear.
shit to my wife. She pulled up to the house slapping that shit. She said, this shit go hard. I'm like, I'm listening to her like, bro, what is you doing, bro? Like, I'm not understanding. Loose got a whole studio.
Yeah.
Everything y'all hear when Loose make music, that's all Loose production. He makes the beat, he
Mhm.
mix and masters it, and Loose
I
does
remember he was
everything.
telling
All
me
you
that.
got to do
Yeah.
is just rap. You know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, well, you should have been in the studio. Like, I'm not understanding. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Like,
see,
it's
this
right there.
I had took some
he
time
the
off.
artist, the producer, everything.
Right. And yeah.
Bro, nigga, it shocked me when Beathers told me. Beathers was like, nigga, no, that's all loose. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
Loose do everything. Every time y'all hear anything from Loose, that's all his shit. He does everything, bro.
Bro, listen, don't just that track that I had sent you. That's the track that I was telling you. I said, nigga,
Right.
that's it. I'm telling you, that's it. And then I'm just gonna put it in the EP, but that's gonna be the one. I'm telling you. It's called Get
She
You
said
Some, nigga.
the mole wasn't doing jack shit, recycling rhymes, huh? Hey, my wife's stupid, bro.
Oh my god,
Right.
man! But I'm telling you, bro. Listen, Savage, to kind of fill you in, nigga. We went over the whole the mannerisms of Whack, No Hunting
Right.
on the No Jumper platforms. The gaslight. We went over gaslighting. We went over some of the Toronto politics that they got going on up there. We didn't know how heavy LA influence is
Once.
up there in Toronto. It's man, we just learned a lot. I'm telling you, we're gonna have to fill you
Right.
in.
Because I
But
never
we were
knew there was Crips and Bloods up there.
Oh yeah.
yeah, bro. He filled us in on that. He gave us the whole structure.
And
Like
you know
it's
the guys who are the real. There's new guys who are claiming Crips, but the guys who are like the real Crips, they hold on to that shit. That's like neighborhoods became Crips. So it's like there's guys who are like in their 40s right now who are Crips from the early 90s and shit. Because there used to be other gangs, and what happened is someone from LA came here, I think, and they brought all these other gangs together under the Crips.
wow.
There used to be a gang called Trife, right? These guys are probably like the older heads. And after that, I heard Crips, and they were one of the main gangs in Toronto. This gang called Trife, and then they became Crips.
Yeah, that's
Bro, that's
deep.
crazy.
Hey, my apologies to everybody for being late, man. I had some
That's all
stuff
right.
going on
That's
with
all
my
right, yo.
son, man.
Man, no, bro. Listen, we all family. We all.
Hey,
We all got kids. I'm pretty sure all of
Down
us
to
have kids.
earth, man. I know how that is, yo. Trust
We
me.
all got kids, bro. I got an army, nigga. I got 6.
and I got some
Oh,
terrorizers, man.
I'm lucky. Mine
Listen,
are mostly big, man. I only have one young
hey,
one.
I only got
listen,
one
man.
little one. The rest is like 21. You feel me?
Yeah,
A little younger in the teens.
yeah.
Oh
Right.
wait, how old is the young one?
The young one is turning 3 in June, and then
Oh man, little
June
one.
what,
Okay.
Cuzzo?
all my girls is like 21,
Uh,
17, 16.
What? June
June
what?
what?
What's the date? June what?
June 15th.
Oh, okay.
Uh, okay. My son is turning 1 June 4th.
oh,
Oh,
damn. You
congratulations.
got a young one.
Right.
Holy.
Yeah,
You
man.
still young
Yeah,
still.
dog. I'm telling you, bro. We out here
No more
nailing
for
the
me.
paper to the
Yeah, I don't want
wall,
no
man. We
more.
ain't playing
I
no
don't want
games,
nothing. You couldn't pay me to pop another
nigga.
motherfucking kid over in this motherfucker. Ain't no way.
Yeah,
Hey,
no.
get your
Ain't
Hispanic. I'm
no way.
telling you,
When
you're
I
gonna
tell
be
y'all,
out here rolling.
when
I'm
y'all see
telling
me
you.
live, it's if when I'm doing shit like this, it's out of the grace of God. I'm trying to tell
Yeah,
y'all. Out of
yeah.
the grace of God, I'm able to sit here and do this. And I think
Yeah,
my
you got a
wife gave
little
their ass
military
melatonin.
over there.
I'm
Hey,
not
man,
lying. You'll
listen.
be on the phone with me and be like, what the fuck going on?
Mhm.
Like all day, every day. So if y'all see me doing this, y'all better thank my wife. My wife then either got them settled down and got them occupied, or she stuck a melatonin gummy in their motherfucking mouth, bro. I'm not
Yeah,
lying.
you know what I mean?
Nigga,
Hey,
if
somebody
you
had to
if
go to
you come into
sleep.
my community, you definitely gonna find the hood home. You definitely
Yeah,
Okay.
gonna find
yep,
us, nigga. It
yep.
sound like a
Mm.
park in this motherfucker, bro. I'm not lying,
Hey, you
nigga.
know what?
I'm
And see,
away.
listen,
I'm away.
I did
My
tell one of
son
my
turning
homeboys
3
this.
June 4th too. Oh, somebody in my chat said they son turning 3 on June 4th.
Oh,
Happy
wow.
birthday.
Yep.
Bro, June 4th is like a popular birthday. That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy, bro. That's beautiful, man. We got all these
Or-
Geminis out here. That's what that
I'm,
is. That's the
I'm a
Gemini.
Right.
Taurus, man. My birthday is into the 22nd after 420. Tomorrow's
Yo,
420. My
my
birthday is the 22nd.
one of my
Oh
best
shit,
friends,
my
man.
cousin lagged out.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Text him if you got to. Text him.
Yeah, I know he was having. He
One
probably
of
gonna
my
pop back
best
in.
friends, my best friend Peg. He's a Taurus.
Hmm.
That nigga, I was, and it's crazy, bro. How now with him,
Yeah.
with Red, you gotta when you have a conversation with him, the best thing, the great thing that I like about him, he's gonna always keep it authentic with you. He's not gonna sugarcoat shit. He gonna keep it 100. So if you can't deal with it, he's not the person you want to talk to because he gonna hurt your feelings, bro. And he's
That's
not
me.
purposely doing it. He really just don't have no other way to put it, nigga. Like in a situation like this, I'll give you a prime
Yeah.
example. A nigga lied to him about some bread that he owed the nigga. Long story short, the same dude that lied to him about the bread, the dude needed some bud. So he go to the homie, he needed some bud. Red like, I'm gonna go ahead. So let me have a conversation with this nigga. So he tell him what he owe him, and then he tell him, look, you already owe me, but I see you got a dub in your hand right now. So here's the choice. I'm trying to be a real nigga and let you save your money. Let me just front you, pay me on Friday. Because you need that $20 to get back home, bro. You know what I'm saying? You stay in the city. The nigga said, "Nah, man, let me just go ahead and give you the money. I don't feel right keeping the money and you front me." The nigga Red said it one more time. He said, "Look, bro, I'm telling you, I'm trying to be a good dude. You need that money to take the bus back home. Keep it. Friday, you get paid. That's in 4 days. Pay
Yeah.
me Friday." He still gave the nigga the 20. Peak game, bro. 4 a.m. I'm at a Waffle House. I'm eating. Why I come out? Because I had to get back. I had to get to work early that next day. I'm walking now. I'm going across the street to work. I see the homie that gave his last dub up sleeping on the motherfucking the bus bench right by the job, bro. I'm like, what is going on with this nigga? Like, people don't make. I feel like in this world, bro, a lot of people are not making or don't have enough individuals that's trying to be honest with them. And so when I asked him, I said, Red, why you just didn't get a nigga the money back and just give it to me? He said, nigga, I told him twice. He said, this is how the world works, nigga. You be real with a nigga more than once. I think I was being too gracious. He was like, nigga, once I said it twice, it's your choice after that, homie. He gave me the dub. He slept on the motherfucking bus bench. I mean, which, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I can't
Right.
do nothing for this nigga. He wanted to smoke more than he wanted to go home. So what you want me to say? And that's what I'm saying. Like he built different, bro. That's definitely 100% a Taurus mindset. Like nigga, I'm gonna give you the choice, and the choice gonna ultimately be up to you. But I'm not. I'm gonna take this dub though.
They say
I'm gonna
common
take this
sense
dub.
ain't always all that common, but everybody don't know how to prioritize. You feel me? When it comes to your responsibilities and obligations, so it's like, shit. At least he
But
was
that
given
shit
the
did hurt
opportunity.
my. That hurt my feelings though, bro, to see him on the bench. I had woke the nigga up. I was like, damn, God, what's up with you? He was like, oh. I said, nigga, how long you been out here? All night, bro. The nigga been walking the street all night. Just walking the street up and down the street by the job all night. I said, nigga, that's the police come over here, your ass going to jail. Come on, nigga. You tripping.
Right.
I had to take him into the job, and the nigga shift didn't start till 10 a.m., but we open at 6:30. So I told him, you know what I mean? So I'm like, nigga, in and I was gonna say this earlier to kind of bring a different ideology to this. So when I used to tell niggas common sense is definitely not common. But what if I told y'all common sense is built on perspective, the environment somebody grew up in? So what may be common to this individual may not be common to
Yeah,
you.
right. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So
No, I agree with that, but that's like when you just getting too deep into, not saying like we ain't articulate enough or intelligent enough to dive into that, but like different strokes for different folks. Everybody wasn't raised the same, that's a fact. But it's like everybody know, if you see some fire and you put your hand on it,
There
you
you
feel
go.
me, you
Yeah.
gonna get burned. If you
that's
don't
Right.
know,
real. That's
you,
real. That's
you gonna
real.
find out the hard way. So
That's
it's like,
real.
if you
That's
got
real,
somebody
Sad.
trying to tell you something and you ain't using your common sense, your God-given abilities, and that's fall on
Real.
you. Ain't nobody,
That's
and it's
real. That's
explained to you.
real.
So if you're not taking heed to some type of game or advice somebody giving you, bro, that can't nobody hold your hand the rest of your life. My grandpa used to tell me that, like, man, I can't hold your hand. You feel me?
That's real.
Like you already old enough. You done gave me all the jewels and gems and everything I needed. You feel me, to like maintain myself. Like I used to be like, I love you, grandpa. He like, love just two people feeling sorry for each other. But that was when I was younger. You feel me? Like before he passed,
Yeah.
he's saying it back. But it's like really, like, man, he don't want to hear that shit. You feel me?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. Real shit,
Right.
real shit, real shit. That's real,
For
bro.
real.
That is real. But that, nigga, I
You
feel
can't feel
like
sorry for a grown man, bro.
and you correct. You're correct. I just at the time I was just like, damn, bro, because I was feeling sorry. I was feeling sorry for him and his decision. So once I came to that point, like, nigga, how I'm gonna feel sorry for a nigga and the decision he made
But it's like the
after
more
you
you
was
the more you
given.
do for a person and they not being grateful or appreciative, then it's like they not, I don't know how to word this, but I feel like you enabling their behavior at that point. You get what I'm
That's
saying? Because
real.
they just
That's
gonna take
real.
advantage because they gonna still have the mindset. And I ain't speaking on him personally because I don't know him, but like
Yeah,
just in my experiences, they gonna have a mindset like, oh, I'm all alone. Don't nobody do nothing for me. It's me by myself. You get what I'm saying? Like that.
yeah.
Right.
You know
And
that.
yo, Sav, hold on. Fam, you just touched it. I wanted to bring that up. You just touched that. He used to do that. The nigga that I'm talking about is sitting on the bench. He used to walk around and make niggas feel sad for him. He used to be like, man, man, I don't have no bread to make it home. And we'll
Right.
walk up, you know what I'm saying? Or he'll be like, man, shit, Q, you hit that joint earlier? Shit, man. Hey, what you doing later? No, nigga, you ain't coming to my house to hit shit. Take your ass home, nigga. Take
Right.
your ass home. Fuck that. Cause I
I feel
already knew
like
what it is. I
even
already knew what it
even when I
was.
help people, like if you're not an orphan or like if you could walk, you could talk, you got the same abilities as me, like if you offering a service for something, I would be more willing to help you than just like giving you something and ain't no telling what you gonna do with it. That's not my problem. You feel me? That's not my
That's
concern. If
real.
you say you want something for this and you don't use it for that, that's on you. At the same
That's
Right.
time,
real.
it's like because I'm doing a good deed, but you can't really help everybody. If I help everybody that I could or just ask, you feel me? I wouldn't have nothing. It's like a come
That's
time where
real.
you just like gotta put yourself first and not be selfish, but like put yourself in a position to do for others. But you can't enable people's behavior by just like doing everything for them when they got the same abilities as you. I could see if he like missing a leg or missing an arm or it's a woman with a kid out
That's
there.
real.
You feel me?
That's
Even
real.
then, people be using scams and stuff. So it's like it's hard to like really decipher or discern if somebody is being sincere or they really need help these days. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Right.
That's real,
Right.
bro. That's
Yo,
real. That's
G,
real.
G, G Savage, what do you think about the hip? I call it the hip hop police. We are talking about earlier about Wack and academics, people like him who concentrate on like not really even the culture, or the art. We can't say that. They're just talking about legal shit. That like they might as well call the show something like the police show or something like that. Putting like a description of it instead of like every time they go on, they should just call the show like the police show or something. Like because they're talking about
yeah,
police
if
business.
you just making the police job easier for them, then it's like you ain't no bueno, you ain't no good. At the same time,
Right.
it's like a lot of people be doing that stuff to themselves. The people that's exposing something that ain't like that's open, I don't know. I think that's like all bad because if I'm sitting up here exposing something that don't nobody know about and it could potentially incriminate somebody or get somebody in trouble, it's like I'm possibly putting myself in the fire and at the
Uh-oh.
same time
Uh-huh.
I'm not I'm not the police. That's not my job. So I'm not about to focus on that. Like I
Right.
despise them that type of enforcement. I know
Nobody knew about that
without
no
it, you
jumper
feel me, it'd be
video until
total
Mr.
chaos. So
Jamal
Hey,
put it
to a
out.
degree you gotta respect it. At the same time, it's like I'm not about to do their job for them. And I don't associate myself with people that be on that type of timing because you'll become a liability to me
that's
or
real.
the people that I
Hey,
rock
Right.
with.
look, how my boy Wack, honey, be doing it on the No Jumper show. He be like, so you mean to tell me
Right.
you pulled up? He need that confirmation, hood. He need it. I'm telling y'all think I'm joking. Yo, we was
Yep.
just talking about how articulate he is with words, right? So my boy, listen, Wacker hit you with that. So are you serious? You mean to tell me? And then he'll break it up like in some interviews. If Adam asks a question, the dude the answer. Wacko put in. Remember, I said earlier. I don't know if it's a real experience. I don't know. It could be a fabricated experience just to build a connection with the individual. So he'll put in a fabricated individual, like put in a fabricated story to the
Hmm.
individual or whatever to build a connection. And right after he make his little connection,
Hmm.
the nigga will go. So you mean to tell me? Damn, man. So what happened with you and
Yeah,
Woo
the,
Woo?
the
Because
the
you
one that
said that
called
you
you a night
walked up
nerd.
on the nigga. Oh shit, Sam pulled. Damn, Sam.
You're gonna
Sam.
you
His
tap
line
in, man.
must be
Yeah, his shit
shaky over
tripping.
there.
He gonna pop back in. Hey, Demon Time. Uh, when you coming to Houston, man, I can oblige you, man. I'll take you out to eat. Just let me know when you land. I'll definitely pick you up. I will
What's up? But
definitely
hey, I was gonna ask
oblige you
you.
to Houston, bro.
I was gonna ask you how y'all feel. How did you feel about Demon Time? Because I had
We'll
to.
fly you out. We'll fly you out. Just DM me your info. I'll make an itinerary. I can make one tonight, and then we can pick you up from the airport. Just let me know. Just send that info
Oh
over.
shit.
I'll get you a
Oh
flight
shit.
ticket. No, I'm dead
Oh,
ass, nigga. Dead homies. We'll
bro.
get you a
I
flight
was gonna.
ticket
I was
tonight,
gonna tell you. I don't
and
think
we
you
can we
know
can, we
who
can
he
fly you
talking
out, bro.
about.
We can fly you out.
I know who he talking about though. He always be talking shit. And it's crazy because I used to like his shit too, and then I started seeing a nigga. I'm like, bro, you really on some lame shit too. Like, I
All right.
don't know what these niggas is on, bro.
I mean,
Listen,
Niggas,
like I said, I addressed that situation, and I still don't understand it. Like I said, y'all gotta understand the last interview Luce did before the feds hit him was with Demon Time, so I don't understand why bro on that type of time.
That's
Because
what
not
I'm
only that,
saying.
when they hit the homie, he had the audacity to even call Beathers not too long after that, still fishing for information while he was live. I was on the phone with Beathers when you called, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like,
See, you
and he
see
was
what I'm
acting all
saying?
friendly. Now that crate faced and got to him, he wanna be on some weird shit, bro. Like that shit's so fake to me.
And then
Like
that's the crazy part. But
the homie actually blessed him with an interview before he got taken away, bro. And that's at that time, the homie didn't know that he was part of that Rico. All we knew at the time was Big U house
free
had
loose
got hit.
cannon, free loose
Remember,
homie, free
I
homie
was
for
on the
sure.
phone with Cannon, and he told me like, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna pop in with Demon Time. Boom, he popped in with Demon Time. You know, Demon Time is showing him all on their phone, whatever, blase, blase. He get off the phone with the shit with him. He called me back like 10 minutes later, but he sent me a picture before he called me back. And the picture he sent me is when they pulled the motherfucking thing off the photos, and his face was there. And when he called me back, he was
And
tripping.
bro, the part that tripped me out is Demon Time done went off on Whack before, and I actually watched that live. I was like, nigga, I've been waiting on somebody to kind of just get, because I've been waiting on somebody to give this nigga Whack a little pushback. But it's
Right,
crazy how the pushback now is coming from us. Like,
right,
nigga, this shit finna get so real, bro. I'm telling you, we finna disintegrate. You think the crater shit is just the beginning? That's just the surface. That's crack. That's crack mud at the top. We finna get all the way down to the lava, my nigga. With this
right,
nigga, we finna desecration.
right,
Desecration. That's what we in the works of doing right now. We
right.
just getting started, baby. Please believe that.
Man,
Whack,
I
Whack
keep,
no honey.
man,
We just getting
listen,
started.
these dudes, like I said, they're not even smart to even come our way. Like they put together sloppy, poor plans. Like you see the desperation video today with 600. I just had a live about it before this one. Like, okay, let's go to plan B because plan A didn't work. Well, let's just say that you did post the raw footage, but Luce sent it to you and Luce told you to post it. You see what I'm saying? Like that shit crazy.
Yeah.
Like that didn't work because he still tried to say, well, his video was up before mine. I posted it at, in the morning on the 27th. So they still kept trying to say that I posted my video before his. Like I said, you can't check your timestamp posting the reel on the app, but you can check it on the PC.
Fuck all
And guess
that.
when I
Let's
posted the reel?
we
The same day at 11 o'clock at night. They get like, niggas is
we
liars,
need to
bro.
know the stylist on this nigga toupee. 600. 600.
Who's
We
that?
need to know the stylist for your
Huh?
toupee, girl. On the set. We need to know that shit.
Oh,
Cause I don't know who braiding his shit. And nigga, every other motherfucking month, he go back to a low, it look like a box fade, homie. And then like a month later, he got hair in his head.
okay.
What the
I got
fuck is
you.
going on?
You
Niggas is
talking
Right.
about
putting
wait,
weave in their hair. What the fuck is
wait, which
going
one?
on?
Who are you talking about? Which?
We talking about 600. We
Oh,
talking
I
about
thought you.
600
Oh, him. Oh, yeah.
inflated
Okay.
muscle having ass. We talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that built
Let me see if my
structure,
cousin
wood base
good.
having
Hold on, I'm
ass
texting
that
right
nigga
now.
right there. We talking about his ass. We talking about him.
All right.
Chat line face having ass. We talking about him. Sign
yeah.
up for free, 600 looking ass. We talking about that bitch ass nigga. That mark
All
ass
right.
nigga right there. The nigga
Right.
who really ain't lived in the 60s. We talking about that nigga right there.
Oh,
Oh
That
yeah,
yeah,
guy.
he
yeah, yeah,
hold
We
yeah.
on. Where my
talking about
cousin
that
at?
bitch ass nigga.
He actually grew up in Reno Valley. You know that's where my cousin G Savage from Moval. He from Dorner Block.
And nigga, the
But
nigga need to be
like I
claiming
said,
the claiming where he from.
if you how old is 600? 600, he was born in 83, so he's 41.
Yeah,
He
41.
lived 21, 22 years of his life from Reno Valley. Nigga, you from Reno Valley. You ain't from the 60s.
So
That's
how
crazy.
is Kerry?
He
Yeah,
never
where
lived in
he
the
come?
60s. He never lived in the 60s. He
Where he
never
come
lived
from?
in the 60s.
See what I'm
Like
Who?
saying?
where he come from? All of a sudden that day, he just popped
It,
up like a whack 100. He just popped up. Like where he came from? Like
Who,
what?
600?
Yeah, what's his resume?
I
so
don't know.
Wack,
I
I
don't
was gonna say
understand where he was
Wack said
discovered. Why was he
Wack said that he
discovered?
met him with he met 600 through Big U. He said nigga he pulled up somewhere. He was like he hopped out the
Mhm.
whip, nigga. He saw 600 standing by Big U with a tank top on
Oh,
and some
I heard
dicky
of that.
shorts.
Yeah,
I swear, I
yeah,
think it was something exactly just like that.
yeah.
But Wack
Right,
said he met 600 through Big U. It was him and some
right.
other niggas with Big U. That's what it was.
Mm.
But other than that, I haven't heard nothing else. And
But
it's
that
crazy
guy looks
because
that he looks like an agent to me. 600
my nigga, he keep playing
Oh,
around with
he looked like an
these
Asian.
shields.
agent, an agent.
Why
An agent.
an agent? Oh, okay. You said Asian.
He look like he working for the
No,
government, like he's one of them, man. The Fed. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
I get that.
So mind you, right? I had a whole documentary I was about to drop on him to expose his real life because I got all the documents, everything on who he
Oh
really
man, that
is.
was gonna be a
But
beautiful
yeah,
documentary.
but my wife had to stop me. She said, "Look, I think they're trying to bait you into a defamation case
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
if he's unaware of what he is, which I already texted him what he is, then he can sue. He could try to sue. So it might
Yeah,
be a
yeah.
play, okay? But you don't even want to know what I know about him, bro. And it's like, whoa,
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that hood. Get off
yeah,
of that. Get
yeah,
off of that.
yeah. You
Get
don't
off of
even
that.
want to
We're
Uh,
not
know what I
talking
know
about
about
that.
him, bro.
I
I
would not
don't,
be
we're not
surprised.
talking
I
about
would not
that.
be surprised because when I seen that guy as a character, I seen something doesn't look right. Like to me already. I already could see the energy off of that
Right.
guy. Like he just popped out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden he's involved with like no jumper and he's posted everywhere and
Well,
You
this
see,
my
and
so
this
you
the
you
thing.
see, he's trying to
600.
take on the role of Loose now, like he's always
Yeah,
at
yeah,
No Jumper
yeah,
with
yeah,
Whack
yeah.
now.
No,
Like, boy,
hold
that's just so weird, bro.
yeah,
on some real shit. Have you been seeing nigga the past? I want to say the past 3 weeks. They got a narrative now where they like nigga. The crib that Wack brought up some a new crib to the thing to No Jumper to replace Loose. I was like, why is niggas? It's just some shit. So I had to check first, and I want to say,
Yeah.
bro, I think that was No Jumper clip, the actual channel on YouTube that
mm,
posted that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't. It kind of gave me mixed feelings because I don't know how to. I know y'all. I know everybody fuck with Adam. I fuck with Adam, but when his team start doing shit like that,
I mean, but they do it purposely because it's clickbait, it's content. You know how many people gonna be like, "What? That replaced two?" That they word it like that purposely. They
yeah,
want it to look like that. That's how they do that shit.
that's crazy, fam. Nigga, that's crazy. I,
Yeah.
I
what
would
you,
I wouldn't know how to feel about that.
what do you feel about like Flacco? I've been like those guys talking about
You
loose.
you know what? Let me give my opinion on Flacco because the the live he did with
The-
Miss Charisse,
And it
Loose
was
Cannon's
me,
wife.
Sharice,
Yeah, Hood,
Lush. It was me, Sharice, Lush,
Lush.
and Seti Nash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Seti Nash, man. Shout out to Seti Nash, man. I fuck with Seti Nash material. I like his stuff. I do. I like his shit.
Mm,
Right.
He talk about some good shit on there. Uh, when he went on there and went on a rant to Seti Nash about the hood shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was sitting in the chat. I couldn't even write in the chat for a second because I was really perplexed. I was flabbergasted at the same time. But and then I started asking myself, okay, did my nigga Hood know about
Yo,
this? Like,
Snoop,
is
what it
this
do?
some shit that he was gonna do, or like, the behind the scenes shit started coming. I'm
mm,
like, okay, maybe niggas knew
Right.
he was gonna do this. But then once the footage came out, niggas clipped it up, did what they wanted with it. I ended up noticing Hood didn't know shit about this. He didn't know how Flacco was gonna act in that thing. Like it shocked everybody. It
Right.
shocked everybody. So for me, Flacco is doing what he's supposed to do as a YouTube journalist. I don't have a
But
problem with
remember,
what Flacco
take
do,
into
but
account that he is a civilian, so
he
I
is a
was
civilians could do that
civilian.
type of shit.
I was just
Right.
thinking that, not to cut you off, but to back what you said, like in my mind, a civilian, he's doing what you would expect a civilian to do.
To
The only
do
problem that I
exactly.
have with that is when like civilians get involved or try to do, just cover stuff that like they shouldn't have no business, they shouldn't be involved in, because it's like if it turn on you, then you gonna be quick to use the civilian role, but you all in street politics and gang
yeah,
politics and you don't respect it. So it's like,
Right.
are you trolling, are you doing it to like basically say like, I could slam y'all, I could be cool with y'all, but at the end of the day, I really don't fuck with y'all politics or whatever it is, what it is. At the same time, I can't really like, I can't
Be
see
man,
myself like being cool with somebody that I know. Like being a civilian, I understand your push, your politics and everything, but it's like
it's real.
I wouldn't involve you in those politics because you're
Right.
not
But
you're
see,
not about those politics.
that's the thing though. On this particular live, Flacco portrayed an image. First of all, that I have never seen Flacco portray ever. Like this was actually brand new to
Are you
me,
able
and
to
it shocked me.
screen share? Because you know you could just pull up Sharice shit. She won't strike you. I'll tell her not to strike you, and he can pull it up so y'all can see it. I don't know if you know how
I
to
don't
do it or
think
not.
Yeah,
I
bro.
don't think I could do
My
that.
boy
This.
was asking Seti Nash,
Oh, okay.
Savage. He was like, hey Seti. This is how he did it. Hey Seti, aren't you from 60s? And
And
Seti
said he
was
was like, I
like,
don't know what you're talking about. Right? Like,
what you
what? What are you
talking
talking about?
about? You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's
Right.
what
And
I'm
the nigga,
saying. He's a journalist
that's
at the same
crazy.
time and a civilian. So you got to expect that that's a
Nah, Snoop.
journalistic
He not
type
talking about that.
question. You feel me? Like they go come with some shit that's like that's just like far left sometimes, but it's up to the interviewer or somebody that's like answering a question to answer it or not answer. You get what I'm saying? Because you should know
Right.
better, be laced enough not to incriminate yourself because it's gonna fall on you. It's not gonna fall
Right.
on the person that asked you the hot seat question. You get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I'm not knocking him for that, but maybe he's gang goofy or he's doing it intentionally to try to get people to incriminate themselves. Only he knows that. You get what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah,
not
you're
like if
right.
you
Right.
ask
But
him that, he
see
gonna be
this,
like,
and
oh.
but this is what I'm saying. At the same time, hold on, G Savage. This is how I feel about it. Flacco, that's not normally what Flacco do. Flacco do troll. He troll. But that specifically on that live, I really thought that was straight police action. I'm not gonna lie to you. If Flacco was
Mm.
right here, I wouldn't need, it wouldn't be no need to put my hands on the nigga, but I'd
What
be
do you,
like, nigga,
what
I know for sure you gonna tell. You gonna damn show
Day, I have no
report.
idea
You
who that
report,
is.
my
when
nigga.
he
You
said
know what I'm
about the
saying?
FBI? When he said talked about the FBI, that's what I got. Like, okay, man, this
I
is like
watched those lives though.
Right.
He had me
crazy.
dying. He was like, yeah, because you do something to me, I'm telling. I'm
Yeah,
like,
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, his behavior is what's expected. Like, there's nothing in that live when we did that Sunday service that shocked me in a way because it's expected. You see what I'm saying? The only thing that rubbed me the wrong way about Flacco is how he went about the whole well, if I'm using Brick Baby name as content right now because of what's going on, I'm gonna pay
I
my
had a problem with
dues.
that
But at
too.
the
I
same
had a problem
time,
with that
I have
too.
to remind you, at the same time,
Sure did.
he remember this was the second live. The first live he was on, he was telling Sharice to hold some audio from Loose to play towards the end of the Sunday service because he was part of it, because he wanted to clip it. And he was like, man, the last thing you put out, I got 300 and some thousand views off of it. The one I got from you earlier, I got 127,000 right now. And he was like, man, if I can get this audio, that's a bag. So as we doing Sunday service, he turned around and say, well, as far as Loose, I'm broke. And then Sharice was like, well, if you using his name, like you should be chipping him off too. Like he started acting like real funny when it came to Loose. You know what I mean? It's like I'm a chip Big Baby off because you using his name as content. But when it come to Loose that you say you fuck with, it's, oh, I'm broke now. I ain't got no money.
Mhm.
He only see, y'all don't understand that Flacco exposed to Sharice that when we did that Sunday service, the day before that, he had exposed to her what he made off of YouTube that month. Y'all want to know how much he made that month? Y'all wouldn't even believe it.
Betty made a bag.
55K.
See?
55K, nigga. And couldn't even chip Loose off $100. That shit
That's
crazy,
bad.
right? I mean, that was the only thing running away about Flacco, but his behavior is expected of him. That's what you expect from somebody like Flacco. So there was nothing he did that was like, oh shit to me, because he's a fucking dweeb. You got to expect that
Mhm.
from people like that. You know what I
Flacco,
mean?
that's
So,
fucked up, nigga.
all
He
right.
That is
need to
fucked
know
up.
that shit. That's
No,
fucked
you're
up,
right. If you
Flacco.
say you make
Yeah,
50,000, right,
clip this shit. That's
and you
fucked up.
supposed to be his, are you cool with him? You're right.
He talking about he
Right.
fuck with Loose and all that shit in the live, bro. He
Nah,
said that you made that nigga, you couldn't even at least put at least 500 on the books for the month, fam.
something. You're
Right.
right.
Fuck wrong with these niggas, bro? What you mean? Put
Right.
500 on Brick Baby, put 500 on Loose, nigga.
but it go to what you said
That's
earlier, right?
crazy.
It go to what you said earlier, right? Because I feel like even soldiers got to be trained. So it's like if you don't
Right.
lay somebody properly on how things should be, or showing that you're a real individual, this is how you'll show you'll really mess with him. You feel me?
Right.
Do it like this. It's like what was common to him wasn't common to us. You get what I'm saying? So it's like
Right.
I agree with what you said earlier. I think that would come into play right there, but I don't really know. I don't really got too many words for that dude right there. I think he
No, I
funny. You
know,
feel me?
Savage. Listen, for me, all I'm saying is for me, I don't know Flacco personally. We
Yeah.
don't. I mean, I've never met him. I
Mhm.
just know the internet personality that he portrays.
Right.
But that last live, the last two lives that they did, man, especially with the one with Lush, and shout out Lush, because he checked him. He checked him on that live, bro, about that Brick Baby shit.
Yeah,
He
on
checked that
everything.
Right.
I
nigga.
was watching it. I was
He
tuned in.
checked
You
that
already
nigga
know.
about that shit. Shout out Lush to that nigga for that shit. I was like, nigga, somebody need to check him about this shit. Cause Flacco be getting out of pocket, Savage. You know what I'm saying? He be out of pocket about some of that shit he be saying about about Brick Baby, bro. He be
Mhm.
out of pocket about a lot of the shit he be saying about Lose. You know what I'm saying? And just you can't say that you fuck with a nigga and you putting this out in the world. This is that live is out to the world. You
Right.
fuck with Lose. You fuck with Lose.
Right.
Yeah, but
And
I
then
don't
behind
really.
the
I take a
scenes,
man words as far as you could throw him to a degree, unless you really know him. You feel me? Because
that's
sometimes
real.
it'd be like, people ain't really as credible as they be saying. And when you mix business with personal relationships, it just be like, do they got a
Right.
personal relationship? You get what I'm saying? It's like they probably business cool. You feel me? But I don't really think he the type of person that's gonna be like, oh, let me go chip him off because I use him for content X, Y, and
Right.
Z. Like, and he didn't do it. We already know that. You feel me? So it's like,
Now, I will say that I will say this, Savage, to me. Now, and this go. I'm loving this. I'm loving this, man. This go back to what we was just saying earlier. The perspective, integrity mean a lot to me, man. And morally, if you gonna use the homie content, and he knew this respectfully,
Right.
you just made woo woo, and you disclosed it
Mhm.
like it was all good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nigga, check the homie out. You know what I'm saying? Like it
And
was.
and
I
see, and this
mean, you know what I'm
and
saying? Savage, like
this is the
nigga, you
this the
know
crazy
that's
part about that, right? Because you had somebody that was a op of IBM, which was Compton Rick Rock. Compton
yeah.
Rick
I was
Rock
gonna
made
talk.
so
I was
much
gonna.
money off of the
Mhm.
downfall of Cannon and Brick Baby and Big U to where he actually did a video going up there putting money on their books.
I was gonna say that too. Yeah.
He bought merch from Loose website, and he also sent traffic to their channels. He like literally on his, and if, you got to think Compton Rick Rock ain't no chump when it comes to this YouTube shit.
Yep.
So he has the power to send some numbers your way. So, and this is somebody that we really was thumping with at one point. Me and Compton Rick Rock was going at it. Loose was going at it with him. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
when I see shit like that, and then I see somebody who proclaims, "Oh, I fuck with Loose," sit up and make every excuse in the fucking book not to help the homie. I wouldn't say help, but like just show his support for the homie is
Something.
kind of strange
Something.
to me, right? You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I agree.
Especially when
you
you're
know,
hearing
so
that. Come on. You made 55,000 off of content, and it wasn't
yeah.
nothing like a big. It wasn't even like a documentary.
And
You
that
made
was just that month.
55,000.
it
Yeah,
was
They
that's just
just
always
crazy.
say even
it was
soldiers
just
got to
some
be trained, but
content.
in this case, even civilians got to be trained, man. You feel me?
Right.
they got to
That
Yeah.
shit's
they got
crazy.
to train them.
That's real, bro. That's
That's
real.
crazy.
That's real.
And like I'm saying, when I go back to this Whack 100, right? Like, and I say
Yeah.
academics too. I guess they are the social broadcasters of messages and shit. They
What do
find
you
out
mean?
they're like finding out the dirt. Like you get what I mean? People like when they wanna look up like the dirt news. They wanna dig up the dirt and report it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right.
that's what what's his name academics loves. Or, like he'll dig up some dirt on whoever, and that's his spotlight for his platform. It's not
But
like
that's what
I
the
saying,
mean, my
people. It
thing.
seemed like that's what the people like to see. Not to cut you off,
yeah,
Willem. It's like
Well, no, you good. Go ahead. This shit.
his audience probably like to see that they tuning in to see what type they being messy. You feel me? Like, let me see what he
Mm-hmm.
talk
yeah.
about because I know he gonna say something entertaining or do something entertaining, whether they take him serious or not.
No,
It's like not controversial, but it's like people like drama. People like to be entertained. People like to
yeah, nothing's wrong with that, but at least we're gonna know what they're into. Let's
Yeah.
describe them more better. Let's put a description on these guys more. Right? There's journalists, like there's different genres. And these guys are more like the gossip queens. You get what I mean? Like they gossip every little minute of Drake's moves. Even if Drake takes a shit, they're gonna know about it. You get what I mean? That's for
yeah.
example, right? Kanye
Right.
West, anything he does, it got fucking spotlighted because of because academics is willing to the only one really willing to talk to Kanye doing all this crazy shit. You get what I mean?
Right.
Like, and vice versa. Kanye knows that he wants him too for his views and shit like that. But it's always it's to spread a message that something much more negative, not like positive. There's nothing positive he's celebrating on his platform. Like
Right.
fucking 50 years of hip hop, he didn't give a shit about that. He's not talking about anyone who's accomplished something besides maybe he might bring up Kendrick Lamar. The only reason is to talk about him bad,
Right.
not to talk about Kendrick good, for example. Same
I
thing
think
now
with
with
some people, I think when some people make a bag, they compromise their integrity. I mean, it's like
Right.
and Wack is part of this shit too, because
I mean,
Wack gets on
that
his
shit's been going on
platform.
for a long time.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying these guys are like harvesting it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, what's the purpose of Whack? Like I'm saying, what's the purpose? The
She
only
said, "What's
purpose
the
I
purpose
seen
of Whack? Why is he
is,
here, head ass?
yeah, yeah. The only
And
purpose
you
I
know what's
seen
crazy, Hood? We never
Why are
gave
is,
him
you
an answer
here?"
either. We don't really know.
Right.
I'm gonna be real with you. I thought
yeah.
he was a
What is
gossip
your
room.
goal, head ass? Right.
Yeah, looking at it. Yeah.
What's his
What is the
purpose? Because
purpose?
I didn't even know he was a games manager until you guys really told me. I might have heard that a long time, but I didn't pay attention to it. Like I was wondering who's this guy who got in the public eye to for people to respect him until you start digging that he's a manager for Blueface and shit. I'm saying,
Right.
how is this guy? Who is this guy? Where did he come from? He associated with the blood. So I looked it up with the connection with Suge. Yeah, he was his driver or some shit like that. So
Right.
because of that connection, he claims that red side, and that's
Right.
his muscle. That's what he's saying. Like, yo, you guys could you can't frig with me because I'm whatever. That's I'm associated with that. I've been to jail. I got locked up and all types of stuff. So that's his story and shit.
Oh,
Saying he's
Mister, I got locked up for shooting somebody
yeah,
with a BB gun. That's who you talking about
bless up,
right now.
Latley.
other shit
Yeah.
don't scare nobody, man.
All right. Like,
So
come on, bro.
that's what he's claiming. I saw something with old pictures. I think I forgot where it is. I don't know if it was a documentary talking about what showing old pictures in prison and shit like that. And how he talks, how he comes off, you think that he's from like Inglewood or something like that, but he's not, right? Or is he?
Yeah, and you know it's crazy you say that because I've heard that from other people. Like he portrays an image like he's from Compton,
Yeah, like
but
Compton. Yeah,
he ain't even allowed to go to Compton. You know what I mean? So
you see,
I
where's he
mean,
from? Where's he really from?
he's from Pacoima.
Okay,
He's
he
definitely from
probably.
Pacoima because I pulled all his previous addresses when he was younger, and all of them are Pacoima.
So
All of them is Pacoima.
Where's that like the
It's in
outskirts
the
of
valley. Yeah, the
the
valley.
valley?
Yep.
Okay, I see.
Hmm.
I see. So,
All of them are definitely Pacoima. So he's definitely from Pacoima.
but he associates himself with like that side, Compton,
Well,
Inglewood,
it's
all that.
because it's because of the whole Piru thing. You know, when you say Piru, we typically think those areas that you're naming, like, oh, he got to be from Compton or
Mm,
Inglewood, whatever the fuck may be, somewhere in that area. So that's
yeah.
why everybody associates, okay, he got to be from this area. And he kind of like sort of ran with it in the beginning. So, like, when niggas started to
Mm,
call him out on that, now he says, I'm from Pacoima. I'm not from, that's not my neighborhood. But he was trying to portray the image of like the inner LA type shit. You know what I mean? When he really from the valley. So.
so the valley, what's the atmosphere in the valley? This is where you're getting down to the hip hop
I
police
mean,
as well.
it's the same. I would never smut the valley. Anywhere in California is dangerous, bro.
So
Like literally. So it don't really matter.
did he go to university or college like Suge? Like did he go educate himself or he just was in this like
I
off
have
the
no
road?
idea. I'm still trying to figure out if 600 really went to college for the bullshit he just pulled for the last 2 days. How you go to college and you don't rethink what you do? You know what I mean? Like you ain't even had no plan to
That's
do
deep.
something that's just how you go to college and you just make
That's
yourself
deep.
look goofy like that, bro. Like
That's
my wife been to
deep.
college, my wife got master's degrees, bachelor's degrees, and there ain't no way she would have got up here and did some goofball shit like that, bro. It would have been mad. It would have been in a way to where I would have been sitting up here trying to figure out a way how the fuck do I unlock this shit and get into it and make her look crazy. It wouldn't have happened. You
That's
know what I
'Cause
mean?
deep.
So
I'm thinking
I
how
don't
did
think he
he
went to
become
college.
I'm thinking how did he become Suge Knight's driver like to get even that job like to be
I have
around
no idea.
Yeah,
because that's
you definitely asking questions we don't know.
Right.
what
I
I
don't
seen,
I don't give
what
a
I
fuck about none of that shit
what
about
I'm
that
seeing,
nigga.
what I'm
What
seeing
I'm
is that he's been in the industry and seen certain things, and that's where he builds off of, right?
Right.
Like Jaguar, right? Same thing. Like he's been
I
around
don't want to hear
certain
about
people.
her, man.
No, I'm saying he made his
She is
character off of
whoo,
people
she
like
is
like
shit.
we said earlier tonight, Suge Knight. He's trying to be a Suge Knight. So what he done
Right.
is build his character from being a worker around
Right.
someone like Suge and seeing what Suge done and made his own like character up, like like the actor.
That's okay. So what you're explaining right now is exactly what I say about 600. 600 just
Hmm.
was around certain people, and this
Yeah.
is how he got knowledge of certain things, and now he
Hmm.
portrays this image about himself. Like, well, I'm this guy because
Exactly.
I've seen it and been around it. So I can tell people stuff that's like
Yeah.
that they know about, and they're gonna accept it. Like, okay, he must
Yeah.
really be from this area because he
Yeah.
knows about this. Like,
Yeah.
that's basically what you're explaining. Like, 600 did the
Yeah.
same shit. The character,
Yeah.
bro.
That's what he is. That's
Right.
exactly what it is. And he's probably talking to someone who's like police, like involved in the law enforcement, media, investigators and shit like that. For all the shit. Even stuff where he's talking about New York. This man's talking about New York too. I'm
Right.
seeing him talk about New York Rico shit.
Right.
Like you know about even what's his name, 6ix9ine. Remember 6ix9ine? He knew about 6ix9ine before. And look what happened to 6ix9ine.
Right.
You knew about who else? I think you're saying something about Lil Durk too, one episode shit. And all the time when he talks, something happens. I'm just
Right.
saying. I know when he talks,
That's bad.
something happens. Something always
I mean,
happens after.
there's only one situation he spoke on that I have yet to see happen, and I just think that the whole Yo Gotti situation with
Oh,
Dolph
that one.
was done very, very smart because they wind up linking everything back to Gotti brother, the one that got killed. And Wack
Mhm.
spoke on that, like, well, if them bank transactions for the hit came from anything that was associated with what's the Yo Gotti record label?
Um,
CMG.
What's his record? CMG.
CMG, yeah,
If
yeah,
they
CMG.
he spoke on it like they coming to get him because I know that's gonna come
Yeah,
back and they gonna see that the money came from CMG. Da, da, da. It never happened. So that's one thing I can't say that has yet to happen. I don't know because it hasn't been too long, so they can still be actively trying to
I
figure
think they
out where those
are.
funds came from. Right. So, but he did speak on that as well. Now, if Yo Gotti get picked up, then you pretty much confirming what you're talking about. Everything he touched go to jail, bro.
Yeah,
Like literally.
it's true.
So
Everything he
right,
touches goes somewhere, and I think they're still looking at that one. They're still
right,
looking at that shit. And he talked about Young Thug too. I remember he
right.
talked about all of them. So it's possible he's the hip hop police. I'm gonna be straight up saying it. Like he's talking to like people who contact him, like Jake. Okay, what's that guy name again? The other guy, Jake 100, that white boy, kind of
Oh,
chubby.
1090 Jake.
1090 Jake, yeah, yeah. 1090 Jake. He's one of them too, because his whole platform, at least he's out there. He's telling you. I respect him like
Yeah,
this.
TSU Surf.
People
Yep.
people know what he's doing. He's saying what
Right.
he's doing. Like Charleston
Right.
White, he's saying what he's doing. So
Right.
he does the same thing too, but he's
Right.
just admitting that he is. But the only difference with Whack, he doesn't want. He's not confident to say, "Oh, I'm this," and I don't give a shit. He's playing two sides,
Right.
right? He's trying to play two sides. 1090 Jake and Charleston White, they're telling you that they tell.
Right.
They're telling you that they're telling you.
I'm trying to figure out with all this information I heard earlier, how is he paying that dude off that's holding these sex tapes, man? I'm just trying to. I just need to.
Who? Who? What?
We
Wait.
need to.
What? I'm
Who?
lost. What?
Yeah, man. Let's get on that. Yeah, let's see. I got everybody's attention with that one. Yeah, let's get on that, bro. So the
Who?
information you
What?
told me
I'm
earlier
lost.
on Whack. We talking about Whack, no honey.
Oh.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out with all this stuff that I just heard earlier, how
Right.
is he able to still keep up payments with that person that hold all these?
Draco, I'm oblivious to what you're talking about because you must have
Okay,
seen
so all
something I
right,
didn't
hold
see.
on. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna have to talk off screen on this.
Yeah.
We got to talk off screen on that.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm not bringing that up in this. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna call you as soon as we done with this.
Yeah.
But
okay.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, yeah, he's hip hop police, and academics is a person who feeds him stuff too, because with the situation I told you up in Toronto, it was Ack, it was Whack, and it was another the individual who represents a platform up here, talking, all
Right.
talking, and that made up a situation for somebody to get locked. It could have been locked for a long time, but
All right.
you know, good lawyers up here. So Wack can't come to Toronto. That's what people already put him in no-fly zone here. They
All
put
right.
him in
Damn,
no
not a
fly.
no fly
Sheesh.
zone.
He has no
It's
He
fly
over
can't.
zone in
with.
He
Toronto.
can't. He can't come to Houston. Uh,
Over
I mean,
with.
like I said, what did I say? The only time you seen Whack pop, only time you see Whack pop out is at No Jumper, and we all know that No Jumper is the feds.
Hey,
He's
I'm not
well
the
protected
toughest
when he come
person
out.
in the world, but if somebody say I can't go somewhere, I'm probably gonna go at my own risk, whatever. But I'm probably gonna
Right.
go.
Like I said, I ain't never had a motherfucker tell me that in my life. Like,
That's
Whack ran with what Gizzy told him, and my homie from the set was just in the chat. Nigga, like, what? Nigga, he'll come to the set when he want to. Like, they really you could I swear to God, bro, you can feed Wax some stupid ass information right now. He gonna go live. Yeah, Draco was 300 pounds 2 months ago. He that type of nigga. Like he'll just believe anything
He
you
did.
fucking tell him, bro.
Yeah,
yo.
I'm
yeah.
wrong with it. And he'll be on there. Facts, facts. That nigga was fat. Like, bro, no, what are you talking about? You feed that nigga anything, bro. Like, come on, bro. And they just
Yo,
run with it. And then you
when he
got
said he,
then they got people like Demon Time and Ghost running with it. Yeah, yeah, you was
Yeah, I
this,
got
you
the
was that
doctor
because he
reports,
said that.
show
Right.
all his little medical reports, how
yo,
much he weighed, and he got
no, he's
heart
really like
problems.
that. He's like
Hey,
that because he
yo,
said he had the
Sam, you
content.
are
The whole
crazy. That my
time
nigga say
shaking
they
the
showed all
internet.
the
Replay
medical
channel. What it do?
reports.
The
Show
Hey,
the
man,
thank
nigga
you,
how
man. Shout
much
out
you
replay channel.
weighed.
respect.
Hey, he
The
ain't
man
never
said
gonna produce no paperwork, no nothing.
he said
Right.
he had the content. He said he had the content with Drake. He was warning Drake. That's why Drake don't like him even
Right.
more. He was saying he
Hood,
had the content, and yo, Drake, if you
that's
don't
right.
pull away from this guy, if you don't stop associating with this guy, your
This how
career,
much
this could
respect I
affect
got
your
for you.
career.
All
This
right.
is how much respect I got for you. So
This respect I got
that's
for
what
you.
created this shit. That's what created
Right.
this shit.
Yo,
Uh,
nigga, that shit. That's why I told you. I said, nigga, when we was going at 600, I had did the same thing Wack did to Drake. I was like, shit. They playing games. Let me play the same games they playing. Do the
All right.
same shit y'all doing to these other niggas. Back to you.
Did
Nigga
you
did
see
that
the
shit. That
Did you see
shit
the
was hilarious.
thumbnails on Hoodlum Live yesterday?
Uh
Oh
uh
yeah, shout out my wife, man. My wife made those thumbnails.
yeah.
Man, I can pull them up. Oh no,
Hey,
y'all
them
not gonna be able to
thumbnails
see them, but
had
the
me
chat over here can see them.
crying. I was taking
Wait, are we
screenshots,
talking about the mole one, right? Yo,
bro.
I was
No,
on the
no, no. The
floor.
whack, no,
No,
the
not the
whack and
mole
whacker
ones,
one.
bro.
Yo, you
Oh
wasn't
wait, the
here
whack
last
With
night,
one.
huh,
The
Officer
Draco?
cutout. You talking about the
Lovejoy.
cutout of him
Yeah,
in 600, right?
yeah,
Yo,
yeah. My
bro,
wife
I
made those.
said, yo, this nigga Hood got creative. He
I
got
said,
creative.
whack with hair is diabolical. Like, no, not the little streaks of
Yo,
hair
that's
coming out the back.
Hey, big IBM shit. Appreciate you.
hey,
Like, yeah, I mean,
already,
she said over
already.
here, she was like, I'm gonna do some funny shit for you to put on the screen when you playing that audio. And
That
she was
shit
like,
had
don't come
me
over here. I came over here
crying.
about an hour later, bro. I was over here because she actually found like the faces to match like what the picture is doing. You know what I mean? Like the shit was just so
That's
funny, nigga. I'm like, this shit
crazy.
is comedy. Yep. And I put it on the screen and they was in here dying laughing, bro, in the chat. Like, what the
Bro,
fuck?
she
This is
your
hilarious.
biggest supporter for real, because she was
Yeah.
bleeding
Nigga,
the
wifey
chats.
go
Like,
hard.
I
Yep.
was
But
Bro,
yo,
crying. I'm like, cousin, you going in.
you think?
listen, hey, we in the building, bro. Hood, I told you, keep your foot on these niggas' necks, bro.
Oh,
So
you
Right.
doing a good job at it.
the
I'm
reaction
telling
from
you.
Wack. You think Wack is like slow? He's been he's watching. He watches. He listens and shit.
Oh, he
He's
is.
just kind.
And listen, he makes it obvious that he does watch what I do because
Mm,
when he tried to discredit, well, he tried to make it seem like that I was the first one to post a no jumper video.
mm.
He's playing my audio from one of my fucking lives on top of what he's trying to prove. So I'm like, nigga, you just basically showed me that you watching,
Yeah,
probably in the chat
but
right
how
now.
you counter it, not to cut you off,
Yeah,
how you counter it is with receipts. You
right.
counter it with evidence. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like,
And that's what I'll be
how
doing.
can
If
you
y'all see me, I'll be
discredit
like, I'll pull up everything to show. Nigga, I'm going to do that every time.
what? And that's what make it really lit, because it's like, all right, here's the evidence. Or even in the kangaroo court system, the
Right.
DA can have evidence, but the evidence could be false. You get what I'm saying? It could just be like some
Right.
shit somebody told them or made up or whatever. It could be evidence that's incriminating, but it ain't evidence pertaining to the situation or the factual evidence. So it's like your evidence versus his evidence. Who like you get what I'm saying? If it's like this real receipts on so and so, you text me this so and so. You get what I'm saying? Like I showed so and so, he still was going against the grain. It's like, bro,
It's not looking good for him. I'll tell you the big picture, because even up here they're calling him Rat 100. So if they're
Right.
calling him that up here, and what's going on down there, it looks like his shit is like falling apart.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
Right.
falling apart.
I don't look at him like on a street level, regardless to where a person, say they from or whatever.
No,
Like
he's not no street shit, man. This man's a character, man. This guy's a
yeah, I
Right.
just
character.
look.
That's what it really is. CB4.
I ain't got nothing bad
CB4.
to
Right.
say about him, but I don't look at him like that.
Like a gang. I don't look on him as a gangster either.
Bro, that was the best Jamaican accent that came out on that.
Yeah, I'm from
Right.
the show. I'm from the show me state, man. You feel me? You gotta show me.
Right.
I ain't even gonna hold you.
Hey, my nigga Red, the nigga I told you this from up top, bro. He told me this one day, bro. So we out, short story. We out
Peanut butter
and
powder.
we hanging out niggas, some niggas. It was a group of niggas. And so Red is this tall, very, very light skinned dude. So when we walking in, the niggas looking. Yo, Red go, I say, nigga, hey, it's like five of them. I ain't worried. I said, I know you got three. I got the other two. That nigga looked at me and said, nigga, they got to show me they gonna do something. He was like, they look intimidated. Niggas got to show me. Like, I don't do all that other bullshit.
Right.
I mean, you looking for trouble, you go run into it, but it's like you are the energy you attract. You feel me? You put
There you
Yeah.
these certain
go.
facades out
Yep.
there, or even if that's really your energy, you gonna attract the same type of energy, like laws of attraction, magnetic forces go flock to you. You feel me? So
Right.
you want to be super aggressive, you gonna run into somebody that's super aggressive. So we're gonna see
That's real.
who's more aggressive. You feel me?
Right.
That's real. That's real.
That's what's happening right now. Like, like Wack he has a platform to spotlight what he's saying, but it's coming apart, man. It's coming true.
Right.
Like I'm saying, up here they call him a Rat 100 in Toronto. No, there's no love for him at all. Normally you see like some type of balance and shit, right? But because even Drake don't like him, it's like he can't even come. Who's this? Who's this? Oh,
I'm still mind boggled how he's able to keep so many people in Clubhouse that really that fall up underneath him. Like, what is he doing for y'all literally to just spend y'all life over there praising this motherfucker? You know what I mean? Like literally praising him. What? You still
like
on the screen, bruh? Do y'all see that?
Yeah, I see that. It's two of them.
What?
oh
This
damn, I
nigga
must
got a
have put him in
clone,
two
bruh.
times.
What?
Bro, and then your still shot looks so sad,
Hey,
bro. He like, damn, my phone about
Like
to
he,
die. Look
it,
at
yeah,
it.
like he's
All right, there
sad
it
for
go. It's
real.
gone.
it's
I
gone.
thought
I was
another
saying this
person
phone
popped up
died.
in here for a second. I'm like, who is this coming in here? I thought it was Snoopy Badass because I sent Snoopy Badass. I text Snoopy Badass the link. He said, I think he was busy. I texted to him to his number, but he sent me a voice message on Instagram. Let me see what he said. Hold on. I didn't even get to hear. Hold on.
What's up, my nigga? How you doing, homie? RMF, IBM, homie.
Oh yeah, see, he probably had some shit going. Yeah.
Snoopy badass, respect. Who's this brother right
That's my
here?
dog, man. I fuck with Snoopy Badass, man. I'm gonna keep it real. Snoopy
IBM
Badass,
Hunt.
he'll hit me up every week or two and just to check on me, bro. Like literally, he'd be like, Hillum, you good? I'm like, yep. He was like, you already know, man. If you ever need my platform for a voice for IBM, I'm here, my nigga. Dead homies. He been solid with me from day one, bro. From
He
day
was the
one.
guy who went viral trying to like saying who is he saying something on whose side he was saying something on? Was it Drake?
Right.
He's saying, "Yo, Drake, you're safe up here in LA if
Oh
you come
yeah,
up here
he made
and
the
shit."
he did the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
there was that Tams and shit like that.
yeah.
They was gonna pull
He
up the Tams, yeah.
he was talking in behalf of the OVO, say you guys are good up here and shit like that. When the whole
And of
Kendrick
course,
thing was starting,
guess who decided to try to discredit that and bogart everything? Whack. Wack had to open his big ass mouth and say something. Yeah, nigga. He always think he's some type of bully, like I said. And then when he deal with real street niggas,
Yeah.
he not like that. I'm telling you, bro. When that nigga made up that lie on me, talking about I threatened R&B, I swear to God. I don't record phone calls like that, but with Wack, I'm telling you, you have to. And I should have recorded this motherfucking phone call, nigga. Him and R&B on the phone like motherfucking Karens. You know, R&B get that ugly ass voice. She in the background, she was like, he threatened me. He threatened my life. And he on the phone like, Luce, now you know my queen. You know R&B wouldn't
Oh
lie to
God.
you. I'm like, this the nigga that be Paru, bitch. Da-da-da. I'm like, bro, this shit is a cold play, bro. They had a cold motherfucking play
So
to
it's
run
like,
on me to try to get loose to cut ties with me,
yeah,
bro. There's a fucking Karen on the phone, bro. Dead
yeah,
homies. He don't never
yeah.
do none of that Paru shit with me on the phone ever. He be like, you know what, hoodlum? Da 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 da, woo 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 woo, da da da. Like he don't never do that gangster shit. Like he just did academics today. Like bitch ass nigga, woo. He don't do none of that shit with me.
Mm.
You want to know why? Because he in my city and he know I got the drop on him. You see what I'm saying? He gonna act accordingly then. You see what I'm saying? Like that shit crazy, bro.
See,
Yep.
I told you, bro. I told you. I told you. I don't know why this nigga. I told you. Oh, that's crazy. I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I
But
already knew. Uh,
I think that his ladies like the bait.
It is. He
Like
uses
she like
R&B as bait, bro. Like, why you keep throwing her at people when you can't, when you losing? I mean, throw R&B in it. He did this. Like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah, he's using her as
Hey,
the bait.
you ever paid attention in back in school where you had like the dude like he wasn't a fighter, but like he always ended up in shit, but he was funny. So he'd say some funny shit to keep the wolves off of him. You feel me? Like I feel
oh
like
Yeah,
yeah,
that's how he is. He like
knew
one
how
of
to
them
wiggle
funny
his way
type
out of
of
every
people.
situation,
He
right?
gonna say some shit
yeah,
that make
yep.
everybody be like, what? It could be a straight
yeah,
false. Like,
yeah.
hold on,
Right,
what did you just say? Have you
right,
dying? Like, nah,
right,
bro. The way you saying it too, like, man, get up out of here. I don't even want to do nothing
right,
to you no more.
right.
That's real. That's real.
W-
Mhm.
Get up out of
What
here, man.
what do you think this guy's next move is? He's still doing a reporting, man. It's like
Who Wack?
that's his yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'll say my next move
I'm a.
for Wack.
I know what his I know what his next move
Desecration.
is. He is currently waiting on what I told y'all is confidential. He can't wait for it, and you're gonna see why he can't wait for it.
We got a name for it. It's called Project Desecration.
Yep.
Project
He is.
Desperation.
He is. I wouldn't say just him, but
On
the
the live
YouTube is.
one.
Gonna have a field day with it.
Project Desecration. Do
Uh,
that shit. I'm telling
I
you,
believe it.
it's
I
over,
believe
bro.
it.
I'm
I
telling you,
believe it,
Right.
man.
brothers.
And listen, and I back my nigga Hoodlum up 100 motherfucking percent on this shit, bro, because
Right.
I don't. Again, it's different when you doing your one on one with Hoodlum. Once you did that shit with you, posted the nigga wife. Yeah, I'm past that, bro. I'm
Yeah,
past
it's
all
true.
Right.
that.
It's
It,
Right.
it's
true.
just it's desecration time.
That's
I'm
that's what.
on that type of time.
But
Yeah,
that's
but
the reason.
it's like,
That,
are you gonna be able to catch him? Like, let me get a fade. Let me get a good fade
And
about
and
this.
I listen, and I called him out for when I said I know you're not gonna link with me. So I said, look, we can do it this way, right? Since I'm in Houston right now, I can fly out in 3 hours and we can get down. I said, if you don't want to get down with me, I don't have to fly out. I got somebody that's on the West Coast that'll line you up. And then don't you got the little dweeb out here, Brock from the 100 side? I'll give him an addy and I'll line him up. He hurry up and changed the subject and blocked me, bro,
Hey,
immediately on my phone.
that's serious, cuz were
Immediately,
you
bro.
ready to take a flight to go catch a fade?
Yeah, nigga, I'm not playing. He talking about he's like, you way in Houston. I was like, nigga, the Vegas is a 3 hour flight. Nigga, what is you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
I'm
you
like, come
gotta do
on,
what
bro,
you
stop
gotta
playing with
do.
me. Right. But we know he ain't gonna come outside. He ain't finna do none of that, bro. Like, you gonna sit right up in that motherfucking apartment with R&B and create your content and sit in Clubhouse. You
Hey,
butt
somebody
naked with your
told me
booty in
that
the
over the
air on
phone.
Clubhouse.
I'll be trying to control the phone. I'll be trying to type all kind of
Right.
stuff. Phone would have fell out my hand.
I
I'll
think
be
he
so
got
mad.
the what is it called when you fall asleep all the time? What is it called?
oh, I know what
Insomnia,
you're talking about.
Sleep
No,
apnea, or I mean,
sleep
no,
apnea,
insomnia.
Epilepsy. What is it called?
Oh,
epilepsy,
now that's when
epilepsy.
Yeah.
you have like
Listen,
seizures,
Nico.
right?
bro. No, the one where you you just fall asleep anywhere. I think he has that, nigga. I swear to God, dead
I thought that
homies.
was insomniac. Like you,
Whatever.
it's
I
No, I
don't
know
know
No,
what
what
it
you're talking
is.
about.
I'm an
Yeah,
insomniac. That's the person that can't sleep.
Where
I'm
my
an
wife at?
insomniac.
yeah.
Shelby, what is it called? Narcolepsy.
narco.
Narcolepsy. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
it will be. I swear to God, bro. The funniest shit, right? We be dead. Me and Lucy be on the phone having a dead conversation with this nigga. This before they fell out, right? We'll have a dead conversation with this nigga. He'll just be talking, and then Lucy start talking like, "Yeah, we'll do," and he'll be like, "Whack, whack." All you hear is snort, nigga. Every motherfucking time this nigga fall asleep on the phone, bro. I swear to God, snoring the fuck away. We're like, this nigga, bro, fall asleep mid conversation. He be, yeah, and the bitch ass nigga was. We're like, what the fuck? Whack,
You just fall
whack,
asleep
bro. I
and
swear to God on my kids, bro. Like, the shit is so funny, bro. Like, that nigga whack, man. Listen.
yeah, it's
What
true.
happened with
Yeah.
Drake? Oh, there you go.
No, he's coming back in. He's right in
All right,
Wi-Fi getting fucked up over here, man.
there.
right.
And I disappeared twice. I felt so
You're
bad.
all good, man. But you're
Yeah,
saying?
see, I'm big hardwired over here. I don't do nothing unless it's hardwired. Like my wife, no, nigga. Mind you, at the ranch that we bought, there's because where it's at, they were saying it's so rural. They said that we might have to get that shit that Elon Musk had. Nah, my shit got to be wired. We gonna get some motherfucking lines put in that bitch because ain't no motherfucking way I'm going off anything that's wireless, bro. I don't like that shit. What's that shit called that Elon Musk got that's in the sky?
uh,
What is it
Satellite.
called?
I know what you're talking
Starlink.
about.
Starlink.
Sterling.
Yep.
Nah, but I ain't doing no Sterling over here. But anyways,
Yeah.
yo, we kind of dissected Whack that straight up, and people don't like this that he's informer, snitch, and hip hop police.
All right.
So we're gonna conclude this to be continued because I know you boys are gonna be frying him up, cooking him up, right?
You already know, man.
It's
Bro,
420 long
we on his
weekend.
bumper, man.
And you
Watch
know
out
I
for
mean,
that
I'm
nigga.
telling
Telling
you,
you.
Like,
they
get
IBM be
are,
coming
they
with it.
are,
Like, come with it,
they
partner.
are, they are right now plotting on anything on me right now. Like I said, don't be surprised if y'all hear some way out shit about Hoodlum coming soon, because them niggas is sitting back like, what y'all don't understand about me, and I'll say it and I'll keep saying it again. I have had the worst of the worst shit put on my name. I don't give a fuck what you say, Whack. You gonna have to put a receipt on the screen to prove it, nigga. Like I
That
said, you
real.
can call me
good
this, you can call
conclusion.
me that,
There you
you
go.
can do this, you can do that. I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker gotta say. I
That's
done been
real.
through life where motherfuckers put the worst on my name already. I don't care about that. Prove it.
That's
Hmm.
Cause you
real.
know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna prove it. Why you think I put everything on the screen? Like I'm
And
gonna
there,
show y'all, nigga. Like,
and there you go,
That's a
man. The IBM team, the receipt team. That's where we at.
right.
Look out
Big
for a
IBM unit.
project desecration.
Hey, shout
Look out.
out
what's
to
up,
Down to Earth,
guys.
man. I appreciate you
Yeah, so
having
my
us.
wife was just running something past me in my text message, man, and she was like, "Man, y'all should do IBM Mondays." You know what I mean, for the team to go live on Mondays, and
We'll
this is
promote
something
it,
that
man.
I've been trying to do, man, for the team to come together on Mondays and we just chill and hang out. You know what I mean, and
Yeah,
watch the haters
we'll
go
help
crazy in this
promote it,
chat.
man.
I'm
All
DT
right,
will
with it.
help promote it. We'll network. We keep
because
in
we got
contact.
Sunday
That's how we're
service
gonna
with
do it,
Sharice
yeah.
already, and then we can do IBM Mondays. You know what I mean? So
Respect,
yeah, I
brothers.
think
Over
Yeah.
that.
I think when I talked to Kenan earlier, he was saying that he probably finna get AD. Y'all know who AD is, right? To do
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sunday
yeah,
80,
service with
yeah.
us.
80.
Yeah, yeah. So he more than likely. I haven't spoke to him since the last phone call, but I'm gonna call Sharice. But that's who he said he was gonna get to do Sunday service with us is AD.
That's a
Yeah,
bad.
He
for
actually
sure.
got a good relationship with AD. AD. I don't know if y'all remember when Loose and Whacking them did the back on Fig. That was a play through AD. AD is the one
Yeah,
that got that put in
yeah,
place for them. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
remember that. I remember that.
Right.
All right.
A
Well,
lot of
shit, man. All
content.
right. Any last words,
Content.
Sav? Anybody want to say anything before we stab out?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Hoodlum, Part Draco, man, keep doing y'all stuff. Keep doing
You
Man,
your
already know.
thing,
Big
man.
IBM shit.
Everybody, shout out to Down to Earth Network, man. We
Respect,
gonna keep
man.
building
Hey,
this
down to
community,
earth.
man.
Hey, anytime. Y'all already know. Y'all got my love anytime, man.
Yeah, man. My
Anytime.
brother.
hey,
Hey, well,
I
I
want to
wouldn't
get
say
my
no.
brother in this.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. It ain't any time. I gotta ask
I
my
know.
motherfucking 3-year-old what time I could stream. If you want to be honest,
That's
nigga,
right.
it's up
Right.
to
That's
him.
right.
hey,
Cause boy,
remember,
if
I
he
got
up, ain't
six.
nothing happening.
I
It
got an
ain't shit
army over
happening
here.
if Salem is around this motherfucker. I'm letting you know now. Salem up,
Yeah.
it ain't no lives popping off no time soon if that motherfucker running around, bro.
That's
You know what I
real.
mean,
That's
yo?
real.
IBM Salem.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We always set it up, yo. That's how we're doing it. We know when it's
Right.
like these times when everybody's available. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
Like I could help too with the schedule. You get what I mean? Like I'm always up on this.
Right.
So you get what I
Right.
mean? I can say, yo, you guys good on this day, good on this time, who's available this time, and shit like
Right.
that. Even when you guys are just on live, I'd be sharing the live. I don't even have to be on. I'd be sharing it to other
Right.
places, putting it in the stories, promoting, vice versa. You know, that's
Right.
how we got to do it to build. People want to say black people don't work together. We got to show people, yes, black people can work
Big
together all around the
collaboration,
world.
man.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Consistency. Stay consistent. Everybody stay
Hmm.
consistent, man.
All that.
Right.
Produce
All
good
that.
content. Do it in
All
Always
that.
abundance.
working.
That's real.
Algorithm will move. Trust
Yeah.
me.
So we'll be, we close on that ranch. We're waiting until we're in the process of selling this house before we go. Our motherfucking closet is so motherfucking big in the main house on the ranch. We're turning it into a podcast room. So
Ah,
Ooh.
That's dope.
just look forward to that. Like my wife is like really good at putting that type of shit together. Like I swear to God, as soon as she walked in that motherfucker, she said, "Oh yeah, this the podcast room." It's just too big. Like nigga, it's the ranch is hundreds of acres. We got a lake on that motherfucker. I'm not lying, bro. Like listen, bro, come July, you're gonna see a different scene. My wife about to start vlogging. My 12-year-old daughter about to start vlogging on YouTube.
good.
Like I told
That's
her,
what
like
I'm talking
imagine
about.
you own a because the when the land was purchased, everything came with it. The only thing the previous owners got to keep was like essential stuff, like shit that was probably passed down through like generations, like a picture that was on the wall in a fucking great grandma house. We didn't get that, but everything else we did. We got the gators, which is like those cars that get around the land, like the
Yeah,
buggies, the
Yeah.
six seaters. Pretty much everything came with the property, the boat, all of that. So I told my daughter, I'm like, imagine you being on a lake in the boat and you just vlogging, doing your homework. I said that's a great way to start a YouTube channel, to just start
true.
vlogging around the ranch. You got
Good
all
advice.
these acres to do what the fuck you want to do. Do what you gonna want to do. You know what I mean? So my wife gonna do the same thing. They're gonna start vlogging the ranch life. So
That's what's
Good,
up. Hey, I
man.
got one
Good.
thing to
Hey,
say.
before I get
yeah, we
out of
might
here,
have
I'm about
to
to
invite Demon Time to the ranch, man. Might go
Hey,
out there and kill
hey,
some
look out
hogs.
for my
don't invite
Hands
no
Up Guns
fucking
Down
demon to
event,
Yeah,
the
what's
man.
up?
I'm gonna
damn
send
ranch.
everybody the
The
info.
hell?
Hands
So,
Up Guns
bro,
Down, man. It's
no
coming soon.
managed Ray J, maybe what Shelby? Oh yeah, we can Privilege Carter. We'll oblige you to the ranch in Demon Time. Y'all can definitely come to the ranch. You know they got wild hogs on the ranch. When we went out there before we closed on it, there was these markings on the ground, and come to find out, our ranch is connected to a national forest. So we got like hunting towers for deers and shit, but we didn't understand the markings on the ground is because there's wild hogs. You know, we can come play with the wild hogs. Privilege, you and Demon Time.
Oh man, it's
Yeah,
over with.
big things.
It's
Big
over
things,
with.
yo.
But look,
Right.
man, look. Y'all have a great night, bro. I'm about to stab
Respect,
my girl
brothers.
over here.
This was a great pod, yo. Great pod.
All right.
Bless up.
Y'all
IBM
be good,
family,
man.
IBM world. We out.
Yes,
All
Down to
right.
sir.
Peace,
earth.
man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Big IBM shit. Go crazy.
Bless up.
All right.